Evolution is a mystery. No one say, no one see. Favorite games: Far Cry 3, Deadpool, Metal Gear series, The Last of Us,
What are you saying?
Halo series, Sunset Overdrive, Spyro, Mega Man, and GTA. Favorite anime: Defrag. Check my anime list to
Oh,
see what
son of a
shows
bitch. I
I've
was like, what are you
watched.
talking about?
Link below.
Oh, so Fastlane.
Eh,
Fuck, I need the results for Fastlane. That's what he needed.
I thought you looked that up already.
I think I have it. Oh, I do have it. I died. I didn't have it. It doesn't have the promos, so you guys need to remember if there was any
My
promos.
God.
I got.
Well, frick, we gotta like.
Uh,
Um,
there was stuff.
Fastlane 2019 review.
So we're doing the topic at the end? Or no?
Do we have time to do a topic if we do Fastlane as well as NXT as well as the bits that we want to do?
Let's do it bits. I think we might.
All right,
I need
okay.
to have a stopwatch
What
just in case.
Bitty bit
what do
bits.
you want? What do you want the topic to be?
How do you guys want to? What
Are
do you
we gonna
guys want
are we
topic?
are we gonna talk about the 2K game, or do we want that to be a game one where we don't talk about pay-per-view at the same time? Because I feel like we could go for a while on that one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Uh, I mean, we could.
That's true.
I, I probably wouldn't have a whole lot to say about it, but
Oh yeah, because the first one you played was 19, the one that we've played now, or have you played the other ones?
I've dabbled in the other ones, but I haven't played or owned one in like 4 years. Besides the one that we have right now.
Perfect. Kevin, are you on TJRWrestling.net
TG?
for your
TJR?
for
What?
your for your? It's called the John Report. You look it up, and
TGI
it
Fridays.
it talks about the whole like show. It says like there was an opening video package,
Oh,
like the whole thing.
where's that at? You have a link
Yeah.
to it?
Here, I'll drop the link in the Twitter. Evolution is a mystery. There you go, dude. He does say like an analysis of each thing, but he just breaks it down like every time. It said like Jimmy countered a figure four leg lock attempted by kicking Miz into the ring post. Like it just gives like a whole like breakdown of it.
Oh shit. Is it? Do they have it for Raw and SmackDown? Or is it just pay per view?
I'll look it up. Wonder if they do. Let's see. TV show reviews. I think they have. It says Raw Deal. I don't know what that one is.
We're starting Fastlane first, right?
We're doing Fastlane first. Okay. Let me see.
Just on the pre-show. I know what the pre-show is.
No, they talked about the pre-show. I thought, didn't they?
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, they mentioned that they changed. It was Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't go into detail what happened.
So they do a raw one too.
Alright. I think the Bleacher Report thing I found has pretty much everything.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Perfect. Evolution is a mystery.
Welcome everyone to the Botched Finish podcast, where we. That sounds dumb.
You're gonna go really fast when you say it?
I
Holy
know.
crap.
Welcome
You sound
everyone
like the
to the
Miz.
Botched Finish podcast.
The Miz on Miz TV.
All right. Welcome everyone to Miz TV.
You do the pause and then we go Miz TV.
Miz
TV. Oh, you guys should do that. Welcome everyone to the Botched Finish podcast. Oh, you guys suck. This is a podcast where we chat about wrestling. I'm one of your hosts, KevinAceX. And to the right of me, we have Tay of Gatos, Tyler. Tay Gatos 61. On the other side of the Xbox, we have KillerPayback. Oh, Killer of Paybacks, Aaron KillerPayback. There he is, dude. He's a chatter.
He's so talkative.
And last but not least, the man of ants, Anthony Ammon 0208.
Hey yo.
Like I said before,
Ooh, that'd be good.
What? No, like I said before, this is the Botched Finish podcast. Each and every week, 4, maybe 5, who knows? Wrestling fans are going to gather around this Xbox Live party for now. Maybe we'll jump to Discord one day. Each bring you an
Someday.
opinion of the WWE show. If you like us, follow us on YouTube. The link may come someday. I don't know. I have a bit.ly link on the Twitter. And just follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/botchfinish. No ED at the end of botch. How was that? Was it good? I'm going with that. We're still rolling.
Perfect.
We're still rolling. I just want to introduce everyone, since I don't think anyone knows who we are. Well, they might know. Ant-Man and Tagato are the most popular ones.
Define popular.
Yeah, that's pretty insulting.
Hey, come on, they don't know us yet, Aaron. So, Tagato, can you introduce yourself first? Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name's Tyler.
Well, Tagato, it doesn't matter who you are, because this is
I
about
hate
wrestling.
Oh.
So we're going to talk about Raw,
Yes, sir.
SmackDown. Well, first we talk about Fastlane, because that happened on Sunday. We'll talk about, what else do we have on the card for tonight? NXT. Do you guys watch NXT?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that as a
Yep.
no. I'll take that as a yes then.
I watched NXT, damn it.
All right. You have to tell me, because I didn't watch it.
I
forgot
watched
to watch it.
highlights.
All right, see, that's good to know. What about you, Aaron? Did you watch it? He says yes.
Yeah.
You have to tell me what happened.
Perfect.
So I guess we should start out with Fastlane. You guys know what happened?
Yeah, let's go with Fastlane.
It's the beginning of Fastlane. What did we have? We had, I don't remember exactly. They had, where is that link? You guys put me in. Oh, we had the kickoff show. That's what it was. No, but didn't they have any promos before that? Oh, well, they had that whole. Actually, you know what? They had the whole commentating thing in the beginning. You see those like 4 people on the desk.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I don't.
Very.
I don't like that. I usually don't.
Yeah,
listen to
I
it.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing. But the matches were... I mean, there was changed matches in that pre-show.
Yeah, a lot of matches changed. Because the pre-show first had Ray versus Andrade. Then they switched it out.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
They made it to a Fatal 4-Way. That's going to happen later in the night. With R-Truth and... What's his face? Who was it?
Samoa.
Samoa Joe.
Smoke the champion.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Spoiler
And
alert.
No, didn't he win in SmackDown?
I also. Yeah, he won it on SmackDown
Yeah, Samoa
for
Joe.
the pay-per-view.
Yeah, he won it. He won it before pay-per-view, yeah.
So it's not a spoiler. Oh, I guess you said champion. I know what you mean now.
Champion going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the champion going in for sure.
So then they switched that out, and we had a tag team match with New Day, which is Big E Xavier Woods versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Did you guys watch it? I don't remember much about it.
Do you
Uh,
know who won?
I didn't even catch it. I caught the highlights of it afterwards, but
I'm pretty sure it was the New Day, wasn't it? I don't remember.
New Day.
New Day.
Yeah, the New Day picked up the victory there, but did they win that cleanly, or did anybody interfere? I don't remember exactly.
I think they won it.
I believe they won it cleanly.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that might have been a. Yeah, so that was probably a clean one.
Yeah,
I don't watch very much of the pre-show because I hate the talking head stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, that was my thing of the reason why I didn't even catch it, because I was like Xavier Woods on Twitter saying, "Oh, I didn't even know we had a match. I didn't even know there was a match that was going to be on the pre-show," because they didn't say anything about it until
Well, I think
like,
that's
the weekend.
interesting. I think that's interesting because that was like, I bet you that like the U.S. title Fatal 4 match that we see later on probably wasn't even decided that it was going to happen until like when they announced that there was a
Yeah.
tag match. So like,
It-
I think they straight up switched everything right on the fly, and then we got to add a match to the pre-show, and then
Yeah.
they were just like, throw the New Day in there.
It-
God
it
damn
also-
put the New Day in
Yeah.
there.
It also felt
saw the-
too because
Wait.
throughout the night, like, we're gonna be pointing out different matches that were, either changed or just randomly appeared. Like, this pay-per-view just kind of felt like going in that Vince and all the head writers were just like, I just don't like this card. What else can we do to, kind of like spice it up, or what other storylines can we do? Like, it just felt like a pay-per-view that they knew that it was just in the middle of between the Chamber and WrestleMania, that they could just do whatever they wanted, and that's what they just did.
Were we gonna say payback? Or Aaron? I'm gonna say in everyone's gamer tags.
So the Saturday before Fastlane, I don't know if you guys saw Xavier Woods' tweets.
Why? What was it?
Because WWE tweeted out that the New Day was going against Shinsuke and Nakamura. Shinsuke, I did that again, and Rusev, right before, like the day before, Fastlane. And Xavier Woods' comment on that was like, "Oh, it's good to know that I have a match tomorrow that I didn't know about."
Yeah, that's pretty much what we said like a while ago.
Yeah, that's why I pointed out that I didn't really bother firing up the network when the pre-show was on, because to my knowledge they didn't say anything about any pre-show matches, prior
the
to
only
Yeah,
going
for
into the
sure.
weekend.
Before was Ray and Andrade, and that was an old booking too. It was like a couple weeks ago they said that.
I don't remember. Was there any
But
other matches they planned to do anyways? besides
That
No,
that
the
match,
only one that
that match ended up being on the card too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way.
yeah, within the Fatal 4-Way, yeah. But like, I don't think there was any other matches planned for the pre-show. I think it was only like Andrade versus Ray, and then once that got scrapped, they were, like I said, they threw in New Day and Shin and Rusev, and then that was the pre-show.
So, from what I get from this, pre-show doesn't matter.
The pre-show doesn't matter unless it's Mania. Unless it's Mania, because it's half the show is the pre-show.
I don't know. They didn't put in the Blu-ray DVD. That's why Austin Aries was mad and left. Because he didn't get any money from that. But that's a whole
That's
other
true.
thing.
Yeah.
So
It's a whole nother story.
let's just forget about that. I think, was that also when Kofi told them that he had a meeting with Vince? Was that in the pre-show?
Yeah,
Or
I
was
think
that-
so.
Or was that during the show? I don't remember.
I think that might have been pre. I think that might have
It
been
was right after the
pre-show.
match. For New Day.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then we have that. Kofi meeting with Vince.
Which is why they comment that he's been waiting there for hours.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb of him. But after that, kickoff ended, and then the show actually started. The show started with the Usos versus The Miz and Shane for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. What do you guys think? This is when I guess Shield Shane turned. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Did I just spoil it?
Yeah. No, I mean,
Mhm.
so the Usos won the match. I mean, I thought the match was all right. I think the Usos are one of the best like working tag teams, at least on SmackDown for sure. Um, I like the Usos when they wrestle. Um,
Yeah, pretty good.
and they're pretty good on the mic too.
Yeah.
But I think the big story that people come out of the pay-per-view from this match is the Shane turn on Miz. Um, so like, and that happens after the match. He like, it was so funny. Like, there's there's the Miz's dad just
Yeah.
randomly right in that front row, like right there, like the whole match, and then he's just like there. Oh my gosh.
You guys see that turn
Yeah.
coming?
I I thought that was gonna happen from the beginning when they got together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of caught me off guard on it because I did think it was just going to be the other way around, and they were going to use Miz's dad as that kind of thing. Like I figured I figured he was there to antagonize Shane, especially seeing them lose, and then having the Miz like kind of be defensive and then just attacking Shane. That's why I thought they were going.
I I
Oh yeah,
knew
yeah.
I knew he was gonna turn on this one. 'Cause he didn't turn last time, and I'm like, he's gonna have to turn this one, and he did. So, and he just grabs
Yeah, he didn't.
his dad.
Yeah, he grabs him and like does a weird like head thing to him, and I'm like,
Like,
whatever,
he's
and
like,
like I was
jeez,
like, I don't
calm
know,
down.
and then like
I
all
wonder
shit
how
like
I wonder how
really,
that conversation went in the back of like, yeah, so I'm just gonna grab your dad by the cheeks and then just yell at him while I'm bobbing his head around. So you think he'll be
that'd
all
be
right with
so funny.
that?
Oh my gosh.
And he attacked. I guess yeah. The match was good. Yeah, Usos are always good. And then yeah, Shane attacked Miz afterwards. Grabbed his dad, ripped off Miz's shirt. He started
Oh yeah,
choking it with him, and then
yeah.
started doing some sort of triangle chokehold or whatever.
Oh, he did kind of like a yeah. It was like a triangle. It was like a triangle choke. Which is interesting because like Shane has been like known, I guess, when his time off to like do a lot of like MMA training through like his trainers and stuff. So it was interesting to see that afterwards. That oh, Shane's got more than just the than just the what is it, coast to coast. Like that's oh, Shane does more. Oh, whoa.
Coast to coast, and the little dance he does at the beginning of his entrance.
At the yeah,
Oh,
and then
and
he
those
does that in the
jabs.
middle and punches people. Yeah, the
And the
jabs.
jabs too, the fake jabs. I don't really believe when he does it. Oh, that was funny.
I don't know about you
Yeah, I
guys,
don't
but
know.
did the Miz look really slow during his match? Like slower than usual?
Uh, I just see him the same.
Yeah, I
Kind
mean,
of.
I do
Yeah,
see him just kind of the same.
yeah. I
Um,
always pictured Biz as a slow, take your time kind of wrestler anyway, so I didn't really see a difference.
Goddamn Miz.
yeah, so that's a yeah. I don't know. I don't know. They're like they set up for sure Miz versus Shane at you know Mania with that
Yeah.
turn, but like it was just really interesting to see that turn happen. I thought the turn was going to happen at Elimination Chamber when they were going to be in the title match, but they ended up winning it there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
It was a good match. And after that, we had Elias come out because he comes out I think almost every other match or every match afterwards to sing a song.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Just insult
He
the
came he
city.
came out here and insulted, yeah, about Miz being from Cleveland and nothing good comes from Cleveland.
Yeah.
And he made a joke about LeBron going to LA, and that got some really good heat off of it. Granted, it was cheap heat, but it was good heat.
Fucking no ice. Always coming out. I don't know. I got kind of annoyed with them just keep coming in afterwards.
Well, I don't know if that was. I think it might have been 2 times that he came out.
Was it? I thought it was like three,
If I,
four.
yeah, it might have been.
It felt like a bit more. It felt like not every match, but it felt like every other match that he was coming
It was
in.
at least
Because I
three.
agree, like, yeah,
I don't see on here how many times he came out. He might have came out, but he does come back again, from what I see on this report. And he comes out a third time. I know he comes out towards the end. I won't spoil what happens. That was a good thing that happened. But yeah, he comes out and he does his
Yeah, that
heel
was all
stuff.
right.
He does his heel stuff. But after that, we had. Let me see if I'm going the right way. Yeah, after that we had the SmackDown Women's Championship with Asuka versus Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
That match was not that good. Not as good as their match
The
on SmackDown.
match. Uh, just a note on that, Kev. The match was only 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
6 minutes,
oof.
seconds, and you know it's not good. It makes
Yeah,
it pretty short.
that's what it says on the end. I think
Yeah,
maybe. I think
it
for
fell
me the
short.
most. I think the most notable thing. I mean, I liked it when Asuka put on the ankle lock on Mandy. Like I thought that was cool. Um,
Oh yeah.
but then the whole way that match ended, um, with it being, I honestly they didn't even sell that Sonya Deville thing, like with the ring apron. Like they didn't like they showed the replay of it, and she like
Did
Yeah,
she
barely
miss?
touched the ring apron.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I thought she missed. I thought she flat out
I
missed.
think she did miss, but she sold it.
yeah.
Oh, I think she barely missed.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I,
this
yeah,
is the
my,
Botched Finish podcast, so
oh yeah,
We know about
that was a
botches.
10 out of 10 botch right there.
God damn.
Yeah, my thing about it was I liked the concept of what they were trying to do. I just didn't like how they did it. I thought it would have been a lot easier if you would have had Sonya trying to distract the ref or something to help Mandy, but instead it kind of backfires where Asuka is able to like get a roll up or something and get a quick win. The match was
yeah,
gonna
but
be quick anyways.
it was weird. It was just weird. And then I'm starting to see what. Oh, the way Asuka won was it was like a spinning
Oh,
kick to the
kick.
face.
Yeah.
Like
Oof.
it was a big spin kick, and like you saw the replay of like actually like
Right, right to the
just
jaw.
right straight to the kisser. So I mean I think that's like it says win by she got the win. I don't think she actually put on the Asuka lock for the win. I think that was the spinning heel kick that put her down.
Yeah, because it was like she fell, she slipped on the ring apron, and then she got the kick in.
Yeah, so I think in I don't know, like Payback, what'd you think about that?
Did I like it? I didn't like it too much.
Frankly speaking, I didn't like this angle before when they tried using it. Um, like, it seems like they're just gonna go for another basic tag team split, um, rivalry type thing, like they always do for every single tag team ever made. Um, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I do see that that's what's going to happen is that DeVille is going to like they're going to turn on each other and then like they're going to have like probably I mean, we can talk about this, after we review SmackDown too, but I think they're setting up Mandy,
Oh yeah.
Sonya, and Asuka for the triple threat for the
Oh,
SmackDown Women's title. Like
is that what
I
you
think that's
think?
what's going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen at
uh,
Mania for that SmackDown title.
Interesting. Interesting.
And I hear Ant-Man growing in the background, but I don't know what else they would do for the SmackDown Women's title at this point.
Nothing. I guess nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't really have anything planned, I guess. Since everyone big is doing the Raw
Oh,
stuff, like Becky and Charlotte. And, yeah.
They have had zero plans for that title since Rumble.
Ever since
Yeah.
Asuka won it.
Yeah, and it's shown dramatically on every single spot that they do on television. You can just tell they have no idea.
I don't think Asuka was on TV for multiple weeks after Royal Rumble. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
there was no like she wasn't even on TV. Like, they didn't even have the SmackDown Women's Championship on TV. They did more towards the tag titles. Like, they had all of the SmackDown women in tag team action in that last like Elimination Chamber match. So like it just shows that they are not like seeing that match or seeing that title as a priority on SmackDown right now.
I wish it was. I wish it was something big. I guess they don't want to push it too much, since they have the Raw Women's Championship to push real hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
I mean, I guess they don't want to overshadow it. But...
Yeah. So what do you guys think? No good for the match.
No.
I didn't like it.
To be honest, I was looking at my phone most of the time in that match.
To be
I
honest,
give it 2 out of 5 pay stars.
oh, we got a rating now.
we got a rating system. Christ, I don't know about that.
Someone called Dave Meltzer.
We'll be better than Dave. Don't you worry. I call him Dave. He's my
Hmm.
friend. Don't you worry. So after that match, we go backstage, cut down because we see Kofi winning by the office of what it was. It said McMahon family, and we fucking we just see him just standing there, and New Day come along, and he's like, "What did he say?" I don't know what exactly.
It's like, I've been waiting for an hour.
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, you're not waiting any more longer," and go in, and he's on the phone. Vince is just on the phone. And he's telling him about, the New Day were telling him that he need to give Kofi his shot at the title back again, put him into a triple threat, this and that. And Vince was like, I forgot exactly what he said. You guys remembered? Because the wording.
He said there will be a triple threat match tonight for the WWE Championship. And then he goes, Kofi, your match is right now.
Yeah. And then when he said that, I was like, Kofi, don't believe him. I'm like, can't you see what he said? It's obvious what's gonna happen. You're gonna get screwed.
Yeah, and then he's like, the rest of the New Day is on the sideline. You're barred from ringside.
Yeah. And they're all happy because they're like, yeah, he's getting his title shot. Whoa, he's getting his title shot, this and that. Mm-hmm. People chanting Kofi, Kofi, Kofi. And then, he goes out to the ring. They announced Kofi and this and that. And then the announcer was going to announce, I guess, the triple threat. And then someone on the sideline was talking to him. I guess telling them, no, the triple threat is like later on in the night. And then he says that this match is going to be a handicap match with the bar. And was it a tornado handicap match? Someone was telling me about that.
It was a 2
Yes.
It was a 2-on-1. Yeah, it wasn't a tag. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I was like, oh my God, Kofi, you're such an idiot. Why did you believe it? It was too good to be true.
To play the babyface up even more.
Yeah. I mean, it was so he gets beaten up pretty bad by the bar. Did he win? Did they win by pinfall? Yeah, they did, right? So
Yeah, they did because so probably the most like cool thing probably that I saw was I really enjoy their double team half crab that they do. So like they have Kofi's both legs up like the walls of Jericho, and it's one guy on each leg. I thought that was like I thought that was brutal. Like and they wrenched on it, man. Like Kofi's flexible enough to make that to sell that to make it look like it like legitimately like is tearing him in half. Um, but then I think the New Day come in here, right? Don't they come in during this match?
Yeah, they try to go.
Well, they try.
And then
They try, and then they get ambushed from behind by Nakamura and Rusev for some reason.
because they had their pre-show match, remember?
Yeah, they're the pre-show
I,
match.
yeah, I get that, but I guess when we get to SmackDown, they don't really follow up with that.
Yeah, that is true. They don't follow up much.
But my problem with the match too was I'm curious to see what the time was on it because that felt a bit long. Like I understand what I understand what the purpose of it was, but I was at one point I was sitting there like, okay, I get it. I get it. We're beating the crap out of Kofi. He's 2-on-1. I get it.
Did you?
We can wrap it up now.
You'd be surprised how long it
Yeah,
was.
Kevin, do you see that? You see
Yeah.
that match time?
Tell him. You go ahead.
It was 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
So it was
That felt like it was like 10 minutes.
It was a lot shorter than the
But,
Mandy
like-
and Asuka match, so.
That's true.
That
but
is
then
crazy.
you look in the what it probably felt long because they did the whole like New Day running in and then after the pinfall.
Yeah,
Like I think
I was
they
gonna
had
say.
they had even more that happened after it, I think.
That's probably what it was. If anything, they should have just started the match, beat him up for a minute, and then just get a chair and just start beating the crap out of him with that.
Yeah, if they would have pulled out a weapon or something, I think that might have been a little bit of a better thing, but they don't necessarily they aren't like pulling out weapons a lot for most feuds anymore like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's just. I didn't really. I mean, man, I thought what they were doing with Kofi there, I was like, man, they're really. At least I thought they were really messing it up since I just saw Kofi as a dummy for believing into Vince.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I think it definitely it definitely was trying to play the baby face up, and they're definitely trying to put Vince over as a heel again. But not
Yeah.
as like a evil maniacal heel, like kind of a crazy weird kind of heel.
So this whole, WWE Universe is in authority. It's not happening. This whole change that we're
Yeah,
talking
jeez. Yeah, it's not happening very much.
It's not gonna happen. So no good. What do you guys think, man? No good. You didn't like it?
I give that a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Aaron, what did you think?
1 2/4 payback stars.
Oh shoot. 1 2/4 payment.
That's
yours-
1.5.
Is yours out of is that out of 5? Is that an out of 5 system?
Don't
Yes.
I was like, don't tell us. I don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. You'll find out later.
It's out of 35. It's out of 75. So what do we got? What do we got next on the card, or what happened next?
After that, we had. Oh, wait, did we have a promo before that?
There was 2 different promos.
What was the first one? First one was the. Wait, no.
We had the Bailey Sasha interview with
okay.
Charlie Caruso,
I missed that.
which was so generic. Like you don't even remember that it happened.
I don't.
Let's just skip over that. There was like nothing being said. It was kind of boring.
You got a
And
Yamaha
then-
sponsored? That's what I see from the.
Yamaha sponsored. They did a commercial right in the
Oh,
middle
I
of
did see
it
that. Yeah, that was
about Yamaha
Why?
dirt bikes. It was so funny. They were like putting over. I just see Vince in the back going, "Put him over. Gotta put over Yamaha. They're the best. Oh yeah, put it over."
Jesus. Yamaha. I didn't see that either. I didn't even think I saw. I didn't see Elias come back for the second time.
Yeah, so he was there again,
Because we see a lot of.
and talking about how the Miz was a moron, just like Kofi, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are losers, and all that kind of stuff.
I mean,
He talks about the Cleveland Cavaliers being losers the third time it comes out.
Yeah, he um said something about Pittsburgh Steelers. What you notice a
Yeah,
lot about Elias is that in every town that he goes to or whatever, his his like song or promo always ends up trying to do the cheap like sports, you know,
Mhm.
the
you know
sports
why,
It's
right?
cheap, but
connection.
it works every time.
You know why, right?
Well, I mean, is he a big sports fan?
No, it's not even that. Because the one time he did it with Kevin Owens, I think he was there. I think in
Oh,
Seattle.
yeah.
It talks
Hmm.
about how the Supersonic that Seattle was such a bad city that their own basketball team left it for Oklahoma,
I mean, that was a good burn, but
and it got so much like crowd reaction that they just keep going for it.
Doing the
yeah,
sports, real
it's kind
sports.
it's I mean, it's kind of lazy writing though, right?
A little bit.
It is, but it works every time.
It
Like
gets the people
I
riled up.
remember the Rock. I even remember the Rock back in the day when he would, go out there with a guitar. He would do the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The Rock was magical, though. That's the only difference.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I got you there, didn't I? Ooh.
But
So what do we have to bet? We
but
had
yeah, like this was like such a filler point. I felt like in the like they went to another commercial about like WWE Shop. Then they like replayed the Shane and Miz thing, and then like Caleb Braxton was out in like by the McMahon family office, and Shane's like, I got nothing to say, or he didn't even say anything.
He
He just
didn't say
shut the
anything. He just
door.
closed the door.
Yeah, he just closed the
yeah,
door.
that's right.
Like
He like shrugged it
he
out.
looked at you all sweaty. Yeah, he looked at her all sweaty like, and like I just am like don't want to do anything, and I'm like here,
Jesus,
but
freaking Shane. What did we have in that? Ricochet. Oh, we had the tag team, Raw tag team championship after that, right?
yeah,
Yes.
I don't remember much of this match at all. And I
It's
know
pretty
it.
wild.
Yeah, I remember I remember it being wild, but I don't remember exactly what happened. I just remember the finish, pretty much. You guys can tell me what happened. What do you guys think? It's like 10 minutes, 50 seconds.
Ant-Man. Yeah, Ant-Man.
Yeah, hey man.
It was a 10-minute, 50-second match. What did you think about it, Ant-Man?
Oh, which one was it? It was the.
The Raw tag team one with Ricochet and Alistair versus Gable Roode and versus the Revival.
Wow, that was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
was
did not
only
feel like
10
that.
That
minutes.
that yeah, that kind of didn't feel like 10 minutes. I guess because uh, I like the fact that they are keeping, Ricochet and Black more on Raw to kind of help out with that tag team division. Because I think because them being in there along with Revival being tag team champions just makes the tag team matches that they have more, I guess, more valuable to see. Because I like every time they're paired together or every time they're on Raw paired together with Roode and Gable. Because the match overall to me felt pretty good. And it felt good because I thought it lasted like a good 15 minutes. I'm kind of surprised that it was at 10, but I thought it was pretty good overall. And I think the reason why is because they keep Black and Ricochet involved.
Surprising.
Yeah, what about you, Payback? Did you like any of it? Did you like it? Is that your favorite match?
It was 4 pay stars.
Oh,
I'd
shit.
say.
What's the
Okay.
highest, dude? What's the highest? I really want to know now. It's not 5 anymore.
Yeah, yeah, he changed it on the fly, but did you like it? Did you like what happened in it or whatever?
I gotta say that that match felt way longer, and you know why? Because of how engaging it was.
Oh, yeah. I
Out
know.
of every match, that was probably the one I was most engaged in. And it wasn't even like there was something story driven in it either. It was just a regular match.
No,
But it was
it was just
an
really
exciting
good
match.
wrestling. Like it
Yeah.
was just a lot of good like they did really good pacing. They, you know, Ricochet, even though I know that a lot of people like will say that Ricochet like his moves look so telegraphed, like he's like does so much like rehearsal with his like run-ups and stuff to like it looks like he's like
Just
an
cause of,
actor acting it out.
just cause a bit
But
of a
like,
struggle, you
and
know.
I yeah, but I mean, I get that, but like the stuff that he does and the stuff that he pulls out, like in a match, like you put him in a match and it just like it gets my excitement higher because of the things that he's doing and like he pushes the other guys in the match. Like you saw Gable do like a big crossbody type thing and he was flying all over the place and Aleister Black like is stepping up his game and then you got Dash and Dawson that are stepping up their game too because they know like they have to put on good matches because if only one person in a tag team match is going balls to the walls and gonna like fly over a freaking turnbuckle like he did in this match, like did a
Oh yeah, that was so
like
nice.
went completely over the ring post and did like a flip and hit Bobby Roode on the side. Like if they see that one guy is just gonna go that like hard, then everybody else is in the match is like, all right, I gotta step our games up.
We do have the Revival, which is a really good tag team, and you have Chad Gable, who's a good wrestler. So you got a mix of a
I
lot of good
mean,
wrestlers in there.
yeah, and I mean Bobby Roode's not a slouch. He's just like it's Bobby Roode, you know?
Yeah, we know how he wrestles. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's just
It's not like
yeah.
amazing, but he's good. I like it.
Yeah, and then this I kind of liked the finish of it. It was like Gable hit a crossbody and on Dawson for a 2 count and then Wilder went back in the ring and the Revival hit a shatter machine right away. Like but it like happened so fast like and Gable tagged himself in on that jump over the turnbuckle. So I mean, there was a lot of cool stuff that happened in the match. I think it probably could have gone longer. Like I think that would have
Yeah.
been good.
Kind of hope they didn't, because this pay per view was pretty long.
No, but I think if I think they would have cut a lot of the backstage crap, they could have gave some matches some more like
Oh yeah,
some more time.
Yeah, and
Totally
again, I
agree.
think throughout the I think throughout the night too, it was a lot of just Vince and the writers were just like, well, this is a pay-per-view that we can just mess around on. You know, whatever we feel like doing or we need to change last minute, we'll do it. And you could probably tell in some of these matches that they were time constrained because
Hmm.
either some of them were really really short or could have went longer but weren't because they were probably still preparing for the rest of the night. Like, okay, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this?
Yeah. Did you guys like what happened after this match was done? Like the fact that the Revival like got the victory, but like they still had basically Aleister Black and Ricochet like go over.
I didn't see that part. Should take a look
Well,
at this
okay,
match.
so this is
I don't
so
know.
so this is what happened is like so the Revival got the win with the Shatter Machine, but then as soon as it was done, it was like all out chaos in the ring. Like Rude went in the ring and hit a DDT on Dawson. Then Aleister Black ran in, hit a Black Mass on Rude. Then Ricochet went in and then planted Wilder with his like he does like that fireman's carry into the sit down slam,
Hmm.
and then Ricochet went up and hit the 630 on Wilder, and that was kind of it. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I
like
They're
think
putting over these NXT
they
guys
kind,
more
I
than the other
mean,
NXT
yeah, I
guys.
think, yeah, I mean, you see what they're doing with the other ones that just got called up before um, Ricochet and Black came up, and they're not getting nearly as big as a push as these two are.
yeah, it's that's another one of Vince's problems, I think, because I think Hunter in NXT, kept Black and Ricochet together as a tag team for the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Well, to keep that going, even though you want them on the main roster, of course you throw them in the Raw tag team division and keep them in the storyline. Like, I guess my issue here is, I think NXT taping's done, so schedule wise, or making sure they're not fatigued or anything, or not getting overworked, I think is fine. But I think Vince sees that they're really good talent, so he wants to keep using them. Whereas the guys that he just randomly brought up, e- either he doesn't want them to be on matches right now, and hasn't watched any NXT to see what they did before, so he just doesn't know what to do with them.
Well, they are working a lot because like you said, they're both in Raw and SmackDown and NXT, so it's a lot for them. I can't believe
Also,
That's true. They're doing a lot of work.
yeah, the Dusty Rhodes' episode just came up where they faced Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
we'll get to that when it comes to it.
We'll get to that.
We'll get it.
But are we covering that?
Yeah, we are covering that. We're doing NXT. Short and sweet because I didn't watch it. And
It's after the NXT, so let's just make it sure.
yeah, I know what happened. Don't you worry. But after that match, we had the Fatal 4-Way with Samoa Joe,
Oh yeah.
Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and R-Truth. And this match was pretty cool. I liked it. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of when they put these guys together. Mysterio and Andrade are like, I could watch them wrestle for 30 minutes, like 30, 40 minutes. They could be so good together. Um, with that, and Joe does his thing. Like Joe comes in and is just super heelish and is daunting and comes in and is just the powerhouse. I mean, when you're in a fatal four way, I think they purposely put Joe in there as the big man, right? Like, because normally in every fatal four way, you have like, or in multi people matches, you want to have at least one big guy that you can like do some really cool spots with the littler guys. And so I like when they put Joe in there with that. And he was the champion. I get that, but like the booking for the match changes when you have a big guy like that. And then R-Truth is just going out there doing R-Truth things, which
Oh, don't forget, Fatal Four Ways. You always want to have a John Cena.
yeah. So there's truth.
Yeah, there you go.
Slapping on a five knuckle shuffle. I thought that was so funny.
I mean, he is John Cena is his what was his role model, his idol.
Yeah, his idol.
He looks up to him,
What's
even though he's older, like by 6 years, I think.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
will
3,
say,
but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I will say with R-Truth, like I love that throughout the years they just give him these random gimmicks, and he just takes off and runs with it. Like it could just be the most random, ridiculous thing, and he just takes off with it and just makes a 10 out of 10 out of it. It's really great.
Oh shit, dude, he's magical. I love him.
Yeah, man, he is I mean, he's magical. Just what he does. Like the fact that he can keep doing this and he comes back with just so many different things and so many different gimmicks, like, and it just works. Like it just works because it's truth. Like if it was anybody else that was
Yeah.
out there like
I think
mimicking John Cena, like it
my
wouldn't work at
favorite
all.
my favorite was the where he constantly would forget or mix up the matches that he was in. Like he'd be in the Royal
Oh.
Rumble and pull out a ladder because he thinks it's a Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that was so good.
I was hoping when that happened during the Royal Rumble, because he had the number 30 spot. I was hoping for him to come out during the women's Rumble match as number 30. Thinking that was his match.
That would
We all were.
that I was hoping for that too.
It never happened.
This match was only 11 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Really?
10:54.
Yeah.
It was only
Yeah,
10 minutes
another,
54 seconds.
another
Felt like
one
20
that I
minutes.
thought it was longer.
I think
Yeah.
everything.
So
I
like,
think, yeah, I think they all averaged 10 minutes. Almost 10 minutes. Almost all of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
my-
mean, this was just a fast 10 minutes. They just went flying through with many different things. I didn't feel like there was any like slow down time.
Yeah, like my little bitty issue with it wasn't even with the match or with any of the wrestlers because they put on a really good match on this one. My only issue, WWE does this constantly, and it always grinds my gears. I hate when they have pay-per-view matches on Raw or on their shows like Raw or SmackDown, like prior to. I hate it when they do that. Like they gave us this match 5 days
Oh
before,
yeah, yeah.
That's
and
true. Yeah.
granted, this match was better. I thought this match was better. There was a lot more better spots and everything. Uh, but we did not need that match last week. Did not need it at all. I was like, I was just blown out of my mind. And this wasn't even on the card either. They just randomly put it together.
Yeah.
And
I'm
so when I saw that, I was like, okay, again, like, why would you give this to us 5 days before, and then just randomly put it on the card again? But WWE constantly does this. Every time they do it, it just grinds my gears.
it's just proof that like they didn't know they were like they saw how popular and how good the match was on Tuesday and they're like I can just see it right now. You got Vince over here just going, well, you might as well just do it again.
Yeah, yeah.
The people
Damn
like
it, do it again. Do it again, damn it.
But yeah, it was a good match. What was it? Joe won the match with a coquina clutch. 'Cause-
Yeah, what happened? So Joe
On Ray,
like, hit-
yeah.
Yeah, Ray hit the 619, but then was gonna do a springboard frog on him, and Joe moved and got the Coquita.
And then, yeah.
Well, apparently Mysterio passed out. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a tap out. It was he passed out,
So,
which I thought went really fast. Like, I think he could have sold that. I always
Yeah, I was
hate when
gonna
they
say.
do that.
No,
They do it so
I don't think
they do it so
that
fast.
wasn't his
these
fault.
days.
That wasn't his fault. That was totally the ref. Usually, you'd have
the arm raise.
the ref hold his arm right and then
Yeah.
like let it go, or at least that's what it used to be. But this time, he just checked him out. It's like, yeah, he's out, and then just rang the bell. Like what?
Like, sure.
I-
I think it might be still like awake.
So that makes me think that maybe there was a time thing here too.
Yeah,
Where they said you
more
only
than
have this
likely.
much time, and like you like, I'm sure they had somebody in the ear from Gorilla just be like, "Hey, you like get out of there. You gotta get him out now. Like tell him to end it." And then like because I love when they build the tension of like because normally I remember back in the day they would drop it 3 times. So
Oh
like
yeah.
Yeah.
they would pick his arm up and drop it, pick and drop it, and then it would build the tension of like, is he gonna like bite
You
out
do
of
like
it after the second
the
one?
little Hulk up thing, like
Yeah,
that they would
like
always do.
like I always liked that. I thought it built tension to that move, but I mean, with him doing it so fast, I think they're just trying to say that Joe's Coquina is like indestructible, unless you're AJ.
AJ can take it 5 times and still.
Yeah, exactly.
You think, bro?
But yeah,
Who knows?
I thought it was a great match.
What do you guys think? Good. I liked it.
Good.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up.
Antonio,
Good.
Aaron, how many pay
6 pay stars.
Pay stars. Right?
6 pay stars.
I don't know
Okay.
what the max is, but all right.
No, we don't even need to know, I guess.
After that, we had they announced Beth Phoenix was it I guess announced for the women's tag team championship match, which is
Yep.
odd. Was she in the pre-show talking thing? She had been, right?
I think she was. I think she was on the pre-show.
Yeah, she usually is.
Okay, and then that's how they got her then.
It's usually her coach and somebody else.
I think it's the King.
It's Booker, Renee,
No, it's-
Coachman.
Coach.
It's not
Sorry,
really.
I think Renee was replaced by Coachman.
They did the switch right there, and we needed that switch.
They just
Booker,
switched.
and then usually it's guest. It's that curly haired guy. I forgot his name.
Oh,
Sam, whatever.
Sam Roberts.
Sam Roberts.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
Sam Roberts.
He hates Bianca Belair.
And then it's usually a guest.
Yeah, he
That's
apparently
He
hates
hates
Bianca
Bianca
Belair.
Belair.
I wonder what Bianca Belair thinks of him now.
Yeah.
We have after that, so we had that announcement, and then we had the women's tag team championship match with what was it? What are they called? Boss and Hug Connection. With
The
Sasha
Boss
Banks.
and Hug Connection
Yeah, so Sasha
versus the
Banks.
Samoan Slaughterhouse.
That's a good name. They should do that. With Nia Jackson, Tamina, and I don't know. I didn't like this match too much. It was all right.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like anything about any of this.
I'm gonna be honest, it felt like the longest match
Yes,
because I was
and-
dreading watching the next part of it.
Under 10
yeah,
under 10
this
minutes.
this was one of those matches where I was like, please be 5 minutes, please be 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I missed.
It was
his match, too.
7.
No, I didn't miss his match.
It was
I missed what happened afterwards. Yeah, Seattle.
it was yeah, it was 7 minutes, and Bailey hit some type of Hurricane Rana that went into the pin on Nia Jax, and that's how they got it. How they got the win.
Because that's how you take down Nia Jax.
I mean,
Just
she,
a Hurricane Rana.
she won that one-on-one match too with that elbow drop, which is surprising. Like 2 weeks ago. I'm not wrong.
That's true. I mean, they made it seem like because what happened afterwards was stupid, but like I think they were just building for that the whole time, basically. Like this whole match was like not even a thing.
Yeah.
Like it was just building up to what happened afterwards.
Yeah, it was very weird because most like kind of like either rivalries or storylines that you have, you either use them to end the storyline completely, and then use your Raw and SmackDown shows to start up new ones, or you just use something to keep them going. This one just completely shut it out and then just started a brand new kind of thing. And I was like, okay, and it wasn't even done good.
So this is when.
Yeah, Kevin. So
is
yeah,
when-
what happened? Do you know?
I went to the bathroom if the match ended. Or I might have gone before the match ended. And then I see like Beth
You
Phoenix
you picked the right time.
I
picked
see
the right
Beth
time.
Phoenix with like looking at the what was it, Tamina and Nia, and I was like, did Beth
Yeah.
just turn heels? What happened? I was so confused.
But,
No,
I
it's
found
just
hil-
she stood up or something and
yeah,
did
she
something
just
weird.
stood up. Yeah, what I found hilarious with this, and I guess like we'll go into a little bit more. What happened was, like Beth, stands toe to toe with Tamina when they see that they're attacking Sasha and Bailey after the match, and like she's standing there face to face with her. Tamina gives her a shove, and then she hits her, knocks Tamina down, and she's just like standing over her. And I'm like, you do realize she literally has a tag team partner sitting right behind you, and you're just standing over her like she was the only one there. And then her friend Natalia literally does the same thing.
I didn't
And
even
I was
tell you I
like,
was
do
gonna
y'all
be
not
here.
have eyes? Like, jeez.
Wow, I guess I did choose the best time to go to the bathroom. So
Yeah,
just
it was
Yes.
weird because Beth did a stare down with Tamina. They started arguing. Then Beth just randomly like hits her with a forearm.
And then
And
stands
then
over her while her partner's right behind her.
yeah, and then Nia hit her with a punch. And then here comes actually no, Nia even hit her with a leg drop
Yeah.
and then a headbutt as well. And then Natalia came in and just got to get her butt kicked and then
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I found hilarious too, because they're beating up on Beth Phoenix in the ring, and then out comes Natalia, and she literally does the same thing. Like she knocks down Nia, and starts beating up on her, and like doesn't even realize like, oh, Tamina's right behind me too.
yeah, it was weird.
not a good match.
Payback,
It was alright.
what'd you think about the the turn and all that kind of stuff that happened after this match was done?
Half a pay star.
Half a pace star.
Half a pay star. That's the lowest rank that we have had seen so far in
We
this
don't
You
know.
give it a quarter.
I wonder what's the lowest now too. Could it be a negative?
Oh, but could that be the highest though? If his ranking system's opposite of normal.
We'll never know. Tune in next week. We'll find out. So, Aaron doesn't like it. What about Tyler? What does she think? I'm switching back and forth with
That
gamer tags names.
that's a thumbs down for this one.
Anthony.
I wish I had more hands so I'd give it more thumbs downs.
I'll give.
What'd you think, Kev?
I'll give it the old classic bathroom break match.
Oh yeah, love it, love it.
It was good. That's how good it was. So after that, we had. Oh, what happened? Commercial for Total Bellows. Nobody cares. Yeah, the video package. Oh, with Daniel Bryan,
It's the
Kevin Owens.
it's WWE Championship match.
Yeah, that comes up. They all come out. Daniel Bryan comes out. Kevin Owens comes out. And then they started out with saying it was a triple threat match, and I was like, triple threat? Who else is coming out? And fucking they just pull out Mustafa Ali's music, and I was like, oh, Mustafa Ali's coming out. Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. There was no reaction from the crowd. Like, not that big of a reaction. Even some people booed him during, like,
I
the
was about to say,
introductions.
some people even booed him.
I mean,
And everybody just kept chanting, "We want Kofi."
Kofi.
Yes.
Kofi.
Yeah,
Kofi.
my first reaction as soon as they were doing the introductions and the bell rang, I was like, this is literally flashback to Royal Rumble when Daniel Bryan was red hot and they did not. I think it was the match that he had with Bray Wyatt, and then 2 hours later the Rumble starts and he wasn't in the Rumble. I was like, this is a flashback. This is Daniel Bryan 2.0. But luckily, the entire match, halfway through, saved it because the Kofi chant stopped because it was starting to become a really good match.
Yeah, I mean the match was good. I like the match because I think Mustafa puts on a really good show. Kevin Owens is showing off that he's like back in good form, and Daniel Bryan's just a great worker and a good wrestler, and I love his heel run. I love this heel run. What I think is kind of the disservice of this is they never put the WWE Championship in the main event ever. Like I get that it was an elimination chamber, but that's like because it's an elimination chamber match and it was for the title. But like when it's by itself, they like never put WWE Championship. Like this was the middle match, wasn't it? I think this is like the middle of the or no, it was like second to last, like the second main.
Yeah,
no, it was
it
was like no, it was like the middle match. It was third to last. But I mean like give the title some respect. Like, like I get that you're trying to build the other stuff, but like
this is
especially what was in the main event. Especially what was in the main event. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, this has been not even an issue because WWE doesn't see it as an issue. They've been booking that way for years. Like even when Punk was there, and Punk would even do it in his little promos. Like having this title should mean you are the man, and you should be main evented every pay-per-view, including WrestleManias. Like even back then, he was saying that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just shows that like honestly, I like with the WWE Championship being so prevalent and it's the one that's on every show, right? Like because with Brock as the Universal Champion, like like the WWE Championship is the one that's on every show. So like you're gonna like you need to have it in a main event like multiple times and not book things that are on Raw like as main event. Like what is on the main event should not be the main event, like in my opinion.
I mean, it was Roman, so.
I know, I get it. Put Roman in there, damn it. It's Roman.
Roman, he's closing out the show, damn it.
He's the main event always.
Which even then you'd have to bring up like, okay, it's because of Roman, so they're gonna close out the period of Roman. They're not gonna do that at Mania, so what's the
Yeah,
point of even doing it in this pay-per-view?
That's true. True.
that's true.
It is what it is.
But
So
I
let me.
like, but I love this match. I think this match was a really good match.
Oh yeah,
He liked it.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I thought it was gonna turn into a disaster because of the Kofi hype, but luckily the match was so good that halfway through people didn't. I wouldn't say forget about Kofi, but we're just like, okay, this is good, so we're gonna turn our attention to this.
What'd you guys think of the finish of this? Do you remember what the finish was?
Oh, the running knee
Think,
collision
yeah,
with the
Yeah,
Brian too.
it was dope. It was dope.
Dude, I was like,
Mustafa was in midair, and then Brian
yeah,
does the big running knee that caught him in midair. Like, bro, I was like, that was a great spot, like a great
yeah,
counter slash collision spot. That was like really good.
yeah.
it's like
I
Mustafa's
thought that
dead.
was creative.
Yeah, I thought he was, I thought he was dead.
It's like,
F.
holy shit. I mean, Mustafa was doing a lot of crazy stuff in this match. Like, really crazy. Like that, like 450 on the apron and doing those, goddamn, other, like that,
It's like a
the power bomb onto the apron that Kevin Owens did on
yeah.
him. I was like, damn,
I love
he's taking a
the
beating.
backwards. I love the backwards hurricanrana he did on Kevin.
Oh, yeah. Man,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he did like that Frankensteiner type thing. Yeah,
it's crazy, this match. So I liked it.
that match was only 18 minutes.
18 minutes. Worth it. I liked the match. Tyler, what do you think? Liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. I give it a thumbs up.
Aaron? Payback?
4.25 pay stars. I gotta say.
1/4.
Overall, it kept my interest, and it had a ending that was kind of expected, but it got there in a very fashionable way.
Alright, alright. What about Anthony and Ant-Man? What do you think?
Good,
Good. The classic good from Ant-Man.
good.
And
So,
Kevin?
I liked it. I think it might be my favorite match. It was that, between that and the Fight of Four-Way, I liked. And then right
Okay.
behind that was that Raw Tag Team one. Really good.
Mm,
From what I
okay.
remember. But yeah, after that we had the commercial for WrestleMania 35, as usual, promoting WrestleMania 35, and then I'm trying to see what they wrote down on here. It's pretty much Becky and Charlotte. What's up next?
Yeah, they did a whole video package for it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they Charlotte comes out, right? Charlotte comes out first, right? And then Becky
She
on her
did. Yep.
crutches, still in that knee still. And I really didn't think.
Did she take the crutch and then throw it, or am I confusing that with with
That
the
was
other show?
that was for Raw.
That's Raw.
Okay. Okay.
So that match was boring because it was just Becky getting beat up pretty much the whole time.
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
whole
felt
time.
from it. I felt like this was another issue that I had with the Kofi one, where I was like, okay, well, especially the way it ended, I was like, okay, that kind of felt like a waste of time because you should have just done that sooner.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So the whole thing led up to the finish, and I just was like, not a fan.
oh, you didn't like it? Yeah, I was like because so Ronda came out, she attacked Becky and got Charlotte disqualified. So Becky won the match. When that happened, I was like, I was so confused. I was like, is Ronda a face or a heel? Like, what's she trying to do?
And then it just kind of shut off after that.
Yeah.
Like nothing proceeded after that. I was like, okay.
That was
My
really
problem with this feud is I feel like Vince wants to give each of the women, somebody needs to have this amount of heat, somebody needs to have this amount of pop, and whenever somebody's like overbalancing it, it feels like they're cooling them off. Because I've
Oh,
been
they
feeling that
slip.
Becky's been cooled off for weeks. I felt Charlotte's been cooled off for weeks. They got Ronda like red hot, and to me, this felt like cooling off Ronda now. Now everybody feels cooled off after this. I'm like, okay,
They cooled off of this, and they're all like
Yeah,
ramping up for a Kofi. That's why too.
you know,
So it's weird.
yeah. I don't know what they're trying to do. The booking was kind of weird. I mean, it said the match was 8 minutes and 45 seconds. It felt like it went on forever.
yeah, that felt
like
pointless.
it just didn't feel like right. Like at least give like I get they're trying to sell this whole work with Becky's knee and all this kind of stuff, giving her like a babyface angle of like coming back injured, and if she wins the title, like it's like the whole rise from the ashes type thing. But like it just wasn't working, and I'm like it's totally cool. It's totally cooling Becky Lynch off, like the whole injury thing, like with it.
Yeah, I think with the injury, the injury that they're giving her to have the babyface pop is cooling her off because that's not how she gets her pop. She gets her pop by causing chaos and hitting hitting whoever she's in a feud with like every second with anything and doing whatever she wants. Like I don't remember when Austin had his run or when CM Punk had their run where they were rebels ever going through an angle of like, oh, I'm hurt and I'm dragging myself every time. Like they were always causing chaos.
What about when Soga got run over by Rikishi? Actually, no, he was
Which
cut
he,
out of the show
which
after
didn't he
that.
return like a week later, all pissed off?
I don't think he returned at all. I think that was his way to, you know, let him go heel because I think he had to go get surgery,
Oh,
if I
okay.
remember correctly.
Oh,
So
I was thinking of something else. There was another thing that happened to him where he returned. Like it was something kind of like that where I was like, oh my god, did you not die? And he returned like a week later, all pissed off.
oh, it was not the Braun Strowman getting crushed by that garbage truck.
Yeah, that
And then the
too.
next week he's back, like nothing happened. It was like, what the
Yeah, nothing
like,
happened. He
what you
got
supposed to be
crushed by a
dead?
garbage truck.
It was funny.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
but I mean, this is what I expected to happen. I thought Ronda was gonna get involved, and then I knew Becky was gonna win, like from the beginning, because they like, there's no way that they're not having a triple threat match at Mania. They want their three biggest like stars like on the Mania card, and they want to reward Charlotte for being like the person that like has ushered them into a new era of women's wrestling. So like I get why they want to have that um, as one of the main events of Mania, like with her in it. I'm just not happy about it because I really love the heat that was going on between Ronda and Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, the smartest thing was just to have Charlotte pair with Asuka again, and then have Ronda and Becky. Like Charlotte does not need to be in that match. That would have been the smartest thing to do.
Did you say Charlotte and Asuka?
Yes.
I think people have seen that match 75 times in a row lately.
I mean, that's the one at WWE live events, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
also the one they
every
had
single one.
last year
Oh,
at
at the
WrestleMania too.
yeah, yeah, but I mean, exactly. You do that rematch, build off of that, especially having Asuka being the champion and being like, okay, well, this time roles are reversed. I'm the champion. You're the challenger. Build off of that. If you would have done that at the beginning, obviously you wouldn't be having the 75 matches in a row at WWE live events. But you're getting those matches because Charlotte needs to be doing something, and they got to keep the kayfabe going of Becky being hurt.
I thought
Yeah,
Becky
that's
was gonna
true.
come out and fake it, like it was all fake the whole time. Her entry.
I'd prefer that. I'd prefer that too because that's rebellious and creative, and still gives her that I don't give a damn attitude instead of the hobbling around every 2 seconds.
They didn't give it to us. So what do you guys think? Tyler, what you think?
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Payback. Aaron, what you think?
Honestly, maybe like 1.5 pay stars. I was kind of it's really boring, honestly. And it feels like they're kind of diminishing how good Becky Lynch is, because it seems like the only way she could have won this match is by having Ronda's help. At least that's how they made it look like.
I mean, that is what they made it too. Since she was all like hurt and everything. So yeah. What do you think? What about you, Anthony? Ant-Man.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Terrible. Don't want to put this match again. I bailed to the match. But I didn't do it well.
I don't want to see these 3 women in a ring ever again.
I just want to see
Oh,
two
we
of
get
them.
it in 2. We get it in 3 weeks.
It is what it is. I think after that match, we had Elias come out again for the last time, I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
this
the
was
last
the
time.
last time.
Yes.
Did the whole,
Thank God.
He, he's getting
Said things about Cleveland being the worst city in the world and all that junk.
Didn't Lacey Evans come out at 2?
Yep, like say Evans came out.
Yes, yes.
Oh, this is so dumb.
She
I
came
hate
out.
this so much.
She walked out down the ramp. She turned around. Elias was just staring at her, and then out of nowhere, Randy Orton comes in and RKO's him.
RKO! RKO out of nowhere!
Baga! Baga! And RKO out of nowhere.
He gets destroyed, and then you see like Randy Orton celebrating a bit, and then you see AJ Styles come out and attack him. I was like, what the hell? I guess this is the match for WrestleMania.
Big old phenomenal forearm.
I thought he was gonna catch him into an RKO.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, honestly.
Yeah, but I guess he never did catch him.
They did that spot. I've told you guys that they did that spot in the elimination chamber.
We're gonna see it again.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna see it again for sure at Mania, but
I hope he catches him into the 450 though.
ooh, catches him into the 450.
Because the 450 and he RKO's him, dude. Like bam, and he's out.
Bam.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Bang. Like the diamond cutter. Bang.
Bang. Knock off diamond cutter.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it later.
I
That's
know.
my favorite thing about Tuesday. That's my favorite thing about Tuesday.
All right. So after that, we just go into the Shield versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Lashley.
Bottom.
No, Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. That's how it goes. This match was long.
The sirens in the background. Yeah, it was too.
Yeah.
long.
How long was?
What's the time on that?
Oh, what do you guys want to guess? What do you want to guess? Let's do this. Let's guess what the time.
I want to
is.
say 28.
28.
Aaron?
Payback. What do you got for the time?
I'm gonna say 25. Even.
I'm going to say 24:50.
Kevin,
Wow.
What the
You
hell?
got it right in front of you.
That's very specific, huh?
That's how long the match was 24:50.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was pretty close. I say.
I liked the match. I didn't like the beginning. I don't know. It just felt like it did feel like at the beginning it was like a regular Raw 3-man, 6-man tag team match. But once they got crazier and crazier, I was like, okay, this is now building off what they did in the beginning, so it's getting a bit better. What do you guys think?
I went into this match because, like, ever since Roman came back and they were like kind of piecing this together in like a matter of 2 weeks. So I went into this match suspending my belief of anything going on storyline wise. I was like, I'm just gonna watch this for the wrestling and just try to enjoy it just match wise. Because if I put any more thought into it, I'm not gonna enjoy it at all. Because there's literally no storyline in it. There's no storytelling in it at all. So I was like, just sit here and it's literally just paying money to just watch people throw each other onto tables and diving off of shit and spearing each other. I was like, okay.
They did rush it. They did.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I enjoyed the match. Like you said, kind of got through the halfway point. a halfway point, I think, like it really started picking up and they started doing some crazy stuff, like doing a big like Ambrose jumped off the announcer's table onto stuff and like Corbin hit like a choke slam. But I just thought it was like you said, Ant-Man, like there's no story here and the only story that they could like piece together is like we're just bringing the Shield together one last time and that's like and this is what we're going to do because Roman's here and he's back and let's just do it.
Hmm.
Wasn't like Dean like
So,
like 3 weeks ago? What happened?
oh yeah, he was. Like 3 weeks ago, he was a heel, and like he came out and like gave like some nod at Seth, and then like for some odd reason, like everything's fine, like everything's good, like kayfabe,
And so we're just
kayfabe,
gonna
we're better.
we're gonna forget about him telling Roman that he deserved to have cancer.
I
We're just
know,
gonna
dude.
forget about that.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I,
good
c-
lord.
I can't believe they would. I don't know why they would bring that up. Like,
They wanted Dean to have so much heat,
it was
but
cheap heat,
like
though.
it was very cheap. But like during that whole time, not to bring up like past pay-per-views and stuff, but like that whole Seth Dean thing, it got to the payoff match at the pay-per-view and that pay-per-view match just stunk.
It was terrible. I
Like
was there
between
live
those
too.
two.
It was terrible.
Oh yeah, that was at TLC. I mean, you were there live and you're like
God.
everyone's booing. Like I think you told me that everyone booed.
Yeah, people were kind of boring. I was bored. I was like, damn, I really want this match to be good, but they're not doing much. But yeah,
So like
that was
I
terrible.
totally
man.
get why they had him turn and just be like, get him a pop
Hey.
again. But then they're like, is he
Yeah.
actually leaving? I don't know.
I mean, hey man, when you get super pissed off at somebody, you don't want to punch them in the face. You want to put them in a headlock for 10 minutes. You know, that's just how it is.
That's
God damn,
good.
God damn it, dude. So yeah, they
Do
fought
you?
around the mat, fought
What do
around
you?
the ring. They went outside the ring. Seth Rollins. It was only no. I think it was only Seth, Dean, and Lashley and McIntyre who were out, like by the fans. 'Cause I think
Hmm.
that was when Seth got on top of the rails, and jumped on top of everyone. And then we had, show power bombed Drew first or Lashley. I don't remember who.
They triple power bombed
McIntyre.
McIntyre,
That was
and
first.
he went through the table. Yeah, he's the first one.
Rest in peace, Spanish announce table. Why is it always got to be them?
As usual.
Freaking Carlos Cabrera, man. Gotta love that dude.
Guy's a legend. And yeah, and then fought around this and that. I want to read through all the just exactly what they did. I just want to get to that, and then
No, I mean,
they ended it with the problem.
yeah, to Corbin.
Yeah. People chanting, fans chanting,
Nah.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
That was
I mean, that's a good.
It's
I mean, that's a
awesome.
good. It's a good pop. I mean, that's a good thing for them. Like, if it's truly the last time the Shield's together, like, if they're truly going to retire that faction, like, that trio, like, good way to end it is a triple power bomb to
Dean's,
Baron freaking Corbin.
Dean's not leaving now. Can't be leaving.
I get it. It's a work. Okay, I get it.
It's, he just hasn't signed something. That part might be real, that he hasn't signed again, but he's gonna sign at like the last day and the last minute. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
Insert Cody Rhodes gif here.
We'll see what happens. We can't talk about that show. Not yet. Not until they actually have a show.
Yeah, that's true.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think overall of this match? Tyler, what do you think?
Uh,
I'll give it a half cocked up. Thumbs up.
that's what
It's
I
kind
was
of
gonna
half.
say. I was
It's
just,
like,
I'm gonna
half
give them the
cocked up.
bar. I'm gonna give them the bar thumb. Where
Oh,
it's
the
like
bar
not up
thumb.
but not
Oh,
down.
yeah.
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 are the
So mine's like the bar. Yeah, so mine's the bar thumb, but just slightly up.
It's it's like diagonal, right?
Yeah, it's like a diagonal bar. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, right to my computer screen.
We can see it. You got a nice hand.
Yeah.
Aaron, payback. What you
But
think?
nice hand.
I'd give it a 2 and 7/8 pay stars.
2 and 7.
Kind of boring. overall, it takes too long to get good.
Yeah. 2 and 7.
Yeah, it was 2 locks.
I thought it was just a cool match towards the end. Yeah, because the beginning,
Mm.
at least the beginning for me, was boring. It wasn't living up to what I thought it was going to be. Since they all started out,
That's true.
it was. I thought it was going to be a tornado tag, so. And then we just saw they're all
I mean,
tapering.
it was basically a tornado tag. It's
Yeah.
WWE, man.
Yeah.
At
Those
one
the
point,
things
it
don't
was
count.
basically was. Yeah.
But yeah, they ended the show with that, and
And that's Fastlane.
Fastlane. Holy moly, the matches. Some of the matches were pretty good.
Yeah.
So last thoughts.
3
Fastlane.
hours and 41 minutes.
Last thoughts on Fastlane. What did you guys think?
It was all right. It was an all right thing. They had some really good high points. Match of the night probably for me would be the Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. title, and then the next one would be WWE Championship as well as the Raw Tag Team. Those are probably the standout matches for me.
Totally agree.
What about you, Anthony? Yeah, man, what did you think?
I thought it was an okay pay-per-view that would have been a good pay-per-view had it not been soured by creative and Vince just having no idea what they wanted to do the entire night. So, like, there was just way too many. We're just gonna do this and give no explanation. We're just gonna do that and give no explanation. And sadly, the matches that they did that to were the good ones. So, even the good ones in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, why is this happening? I don't know. They just did it. So I think they just got too cute with a pay-per-view that they knew that nobody didn't really care about. It's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, so they just wanted to have fun with it. They got a little too cute with it, but overall it was okay.
Right. I thought. Yeah, it was okay too. I don't think they need it as well. I don't think they need a pay-per-view. A lot of this could have been done on a Raw or SmackDown. It was fun.
Yep.
But that was Fastlane. Let's not see it ever again, because I don't want to.
Yep. Get rid of it. Give me 6
Get it
weeks
out of my mind.
Give me 6 weeks of WrestleMania promos. Maybe throw NXT its own weekend of its own WrestleMania version, and I'd be good with that.
One day. And by one day, never.
Someday.
Never.
Alright, so let's get to the nitty gritty stuff, dude. Let's get to Raw and SmackDown. We gotta go a bit quick. We went pretty long on
Yep.
Fastlane.
Yeah, we did.
Holy moly! I didn't think we got that long.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
we
honest.
gotta-
I'm gonna have little to no opinions about Raw. I'm gonna have a little bit of opinions on SmackDown.
Alright, but this is the deal. I'm gonna change it up a bit. I think this is how we talked about. I'm gonna tell you all the matches for
Yep.
Raw. We'll talk about it afterwards, but we're gonna do a little game. Should we do both games?
Okay. Yeah, let's do both games.
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well.
Do both games. I'm gonna tell you all the matches. First game is gonna be called. What did I call it? I don't remember what I called it anymore. Okay, the first game's gonna be
What
called
was that?
What Got Cut.
Who got cut?
Or what got cut? It was a What Got Cut.
Yeah.
This is a new recurring segment. Yeah, What Got Cut. This is where we figure out, me, Kevin Ace, and Anthony, Ant-Man, and Tyler Tagato will find out what got cut in the Hulu version, because Aaron, KillerPayback, watches the Hulu version of Raw. And then just usually, no, not usually, almost all the time, there's always a match getting cut out, since it's only like a 2-hour show on Hulu. So I'm gonna go through all the matches, and want to guess. Is it just one match, Aaron? From what you saw?
Well, there's 3 things total
They got cut?
that I know we're not there.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna go through all the matches. Oh, I guess promos too, right?
Yeah.
So
There's not many promos. You can just go over that really quickly.
Promos? Okay, the promos was just, first was Shield came out, and then Seth and Paul Heyman. And then we had the Shelton and Seth match. Then we had the Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley match for the IC title. We had Ronda talking about what happened in Fastlane. We had, I don't know why we're laughing. And then we had the face-off with Triple H and Batista. We had Gable and Rude versus Black and Ricochet. We had a moment of bliss. We had Braun showing a car. We had I forgot about this. We had No Way Jose. No, Elias out and doing his music thing, and No Way Jose coming out. We had Nia Jax versus Natalia.
And he got beat.
He did. He got beat with a new haircut, but we'll talk about that in a bit. We had oh no, the face-off with Batista. Yeah, face-off with Batista was after that. The Nia and Tamina.
That's the last thing that happens.
Yeah, and we had Apollo Crews versus Angle, and then we had the so-called, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. God, this freaking Raw is long, isn't it? And then we had
It's 3 hours.
the whole, yeah, I know. And then we had Roman going to the back promo thing. Then we had Dean versus McIntyre. I hope you guys remember what I said, because I just forgot.
Good
If
lord.
If it was up to me doing the editing for the Hulu version, Raw would be 20 minutes.
Jesus.
Damn.
So he said 3 things.
That's how this
All right,
particular
3
episode,
things.
That's
So
how.
3 things got cut, right?
I know one of them, because
Yes.
we kind of like spoiled it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it last night.
It was that Natalia and Nia Jax one, right?
Yes.
So that's the match.
The match.
So there's 2 other things that got cut. Are they Are they promos, payback, or are they matches? Do we want to Can you tell us that? Would that give it away?
It's not all matches. Let's just say that.
Okay. Okay.
Not all matches. I'm pretty sure they got rid of.
All matches.
I can tell one. They got rid of the Elias one.
Yeah. I'm going to say all the Braun Strowman things they got rid of.
I want to say that too.
Oh yeah, with the car.
Yes.
I'm gonna say the Elias bit, and then also the Braun bit. Yeah, those are the 2 that I think that are segments that could have been cut out.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. I can't think of anything else. I'm pretty sure they would leave the moment of bliss, because that's the announcement of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, I will
So
say I was going to say the Kurt Angle one, but he did
Really?
announce his retirement, so they'd probably keep that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an announcement of retirement, man. I would keep that. All right. Oh, but also that Braun bit had a connection to one of the SNL hosts people.
Yeah, but nobody cares about SNL.
Who gives
I don't know who
a-
they are. I don't know who they are.
I know that no one cares, but it's like a celeb. I know that no one cares, but it's like a celebrity thing. I don't know if they would,
I'm sticking to my
because
thing.
they're supposed to be like, okay, all
I'm
right,
sticking
all
to my
right.
thing. I don't know about you. If you want to change it, you change it. I know.
No, I for sure think the No Way Jose part with Elias got cut.
yeah.
I think that's for sure the one that got cut for me.
All right,
The second guess would be the Braun one.
and tell us.
All right. So, the 3 that got cut, like you said already, Natalia and is it Nia Jax or is it Tamina?
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax?
Nia Jax. Yeah. I mean also because this was part of it, included the backstage segment with Sasha and Bailey right after.
Oh yeah.
It's like very short, but I didn't see it, so what do I know? So Elias and Noah Jose did get cut.
Okay. I thought he
Nice.
said he wasn't gonna get cut. I was like, what the hell? What else got cut? Tell us. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. What is it?
Ronda Rousey and Dana Brooke.
Oh God! I didn't say that. I
Oh,
forgot about
okay.
that. Oh yeah. 'Cause, yeah,
Wow.
it's gonna be.
Yeah, well, that was
I
kind of an awkward promo, so I don't know. I think like they
I,
did a good
I
job cutting
figured
that
they
one.
would have. I figured they would have kept that one because I think Ronda did have a promo prior to Dana coming out. Now, granted, I have no idea or remember what she even said in that promo. I just figured it had something to do with Becky or Charlotte.
No, Dana was like almost crying in that thing. It seemed like. I've worked my butt off here. I've been here for so many years. Just
Yeah,
give me a chance.
but
Give me
Dana,
a
he's not
chance.
that good. That's the problem. With Kofi, he's pretty good.
You're
With
not.
you,
Gonna do
you're
it.
like you're okay.
Oh yeah, she like wasn't she doing comparisons to Kofi or something?
I don't remember.
Something
I don't
like that, I
remember either.
guess.
Whatever. But yeah, that definitely got that
So
was
they kept
definitely
in the
one that could have
Braun
been cut.
Strowman stuff then.
Yeah, which is
He
very weird.
he tore apart a car, man. Like you got to keep that.
They apparently have an action figure of that.
It came
Already.
out. Yeah, it came out right
No,
after
yeah.
that.
I
Right
did
after
see
that segment, they
That's
sent an
so
email blast
stupid.
about that action figure.
Oh, that's so dumb.
It's funny.
Uh,
All right, let's play the other
Doesn't that make
game
you worry?
Yeah,
Doesn't
what's the
that kind of
second
make you
one?
worry a little bit about Braun?
that he's going
That they're
crazy.
not using him very well. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was going crazy. Yeah, I mean, they
He was
kinda-
so over
he's
there
done.
for earlier in the year. He was so over, and then like just squandered him.
He's done. I think he might be done. But all right, let's play this other game. We
Okay,
got
what's
two
second?
games.
Well, give me this one.
This other
Give me
game
this one.
is a new recurring segment, and it's called "Did I Fall Asleep?" I think that's it. I think we're gonna call it that. Did he fall asleep? This is
Did he
where
fall asleep?
this is where you guys
Can't you call it
guess.
just something like the sleeper hold or something?
No, I mean it's a work on progress. So that title doesn't work on progress. It might change later on. But this is where you
I
guys
kinda
have to
like
guess.
that idea.
You know, Anthony, Aaron, and Tyler have to guess what time or what part of the Raw show did I fall asleep in? Because most of the time I do fall asleep. I try not to.
So we are clarifying that you did fall asleep during this episode of Raw.
I did fall asleep. I'll give you that. I did fall asleep.
Okay,
in this
I was about to
episode.
say, I was like, if you did not fall asleep in any of these segments of Raw, I was gonna quit this podcast.
I mean, if I don't fall asleep, then we won't do the game during that week.
All right.
So,
It better be a 5-star Raw.
oh, I mean, that never happens.
So
You guys have to guess. Yeah, which
The
matches?
so
or which match? I fell
what I'm
asleep
assuming that Kevin fell asleep in.
in. It's interesting.
I think
Oh.
so. This is my thought process behind it. I think most of the time it's in the filler part of the episode, which is usually about 1/3 to like that's that middle section of Raw.
Right.
Like I think it happens most of that time, but Kevin did say yesterday that it was at a different time. Like sometimes it happens at different times, so I can't I can't peg it down. So I'm gonna say it's the Nia and Natalia match.
Also, remember, it's not
I'm
only.
gonna-
Sometimes, wait, hold on. Sometimes it's not only one match. Just sometimes it can be two.
Oh Lord, Kevin.
Yeah,
that could be half
what
a
I was
match.
gonna do. Yeah, what I was gonna do was pick a start and then pick a finish of like when you woke up.
Alright.
So I was gonna say you fell asleep at the start of the Ronda promo because that took place after the Balor and Bobby Lashley match. So I figured you would have stayed up for that because it was the Intercontinental title. So I'd say you fell asleep at the beginning of the Ronda promo and all the way to waking up at the what match was it? It was not a match. I was gonna say the promo, the Triple H promo.
Really?
Damn.
So what is that, like a good hour?
That's the whole middle hour.
I mean, if I was that literally was that whole hour was like if I knew what was gonna happen, I would have instantly napped. I would have set an alarm for an hour, and I'll be like, all right, I'm waking up when Triple H comes out.
All right, Aaron, what do you think? Which part of Raw did I fall asleep through?
All right, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm gonna add a little qualifier. Um, you're kind of like bored with Elias, so you start getting all groggy then, and then you fall asleep near the start of the Natalya Nia Jax match, and you wake up to a blue nose ring.
That dream was,
He wakes up at the blue nose ring.
it didn't wake me up. But is that your guys' final guesses?
Yes, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, I say it's still the Nia and Natalia match.
All right, it's interesting. It's an interesting one. So I fell asleep at the beginning of Gable and Rude and Ricochet and Black.
Whoa.
How do you fall asleep?
Because that Ronda thing bored me.
Okay, so it was.
Oh yeah,
after
that was
Ronda.
right
I should've
after
said
Ronda.
Yeah.
When did you wake up?
Yeah, because I was falling asleep during the entrance of Ricochet. It was wonderful. But I woke up halfway through Nia and Natalia.
Oh, so it was those two matches. All right.
And I was like, why did I wake up to this? But then the Triple H
Yeah,
I should have went
Batista
back
thing
to sleep.
happened, so I'm like, okay, never mind. This is a good time I woke up. Because I messaged
Give me
Omega.
what I want.
You missed a good half hour.
Yeah, I messaged Omega,
Give me what I want.
be like, did I miss Batista and Triple H? And he was like, confused too, because I don't think he was paying attention to what happened, so he really didn't help.
Give me what I want.
Come to me, give me what I want.
Is that what you want?
Give it to me.
So let's get through this real quick.
Yep.
Beginning, Shield come out last time. They said Roman said he had a fun time. Yep. And then they did the Shield thing, hand pose thing, and then they leave. Seth stays in the ring, does a promo. He does a promo against Brock, preparing for WrestleMania, and then Paul Heyman comes out. And he does his promo. And what did he say? Seth is like, oh, this isn't exactly what he said, but he's like, he's not that great when he goes against these smaller guys. Paul says, oh, he didn't have problems with these guys because he didn't have time to prepare, and since before the matches happened, his opponent would switch out since he had new champions or whatever.
Yep.
And that was that whole promo. I liked it. What do you guys think, real quick? You liked it?
On that promo?
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it.
The whole Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. You liked it too, Anthony and Aaron?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I like the Paul Heyman bit. I don't like the end of that bit though.
And a bit. Are you talking about the end of the bit where Shelton comes out and attacks Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Just the end of the bit. Because that was surprising. Because that sets up the match with Shelton and Seth Rollins. And when Shelton Benjamin came out, I was like, so there really isn't like a rule where any wrestler has to say out their brand.
Wait, you said that explained something. That didn't explain anything. That made it more confusing for me.
On why he
Which,
came
by
out.
the
Yeah.
He's friends
which,
with
by the
Brock
way,
Lesnar.
I'd like to. Yeah,
Since when?
I'd like to point out. I'd like to point out too that Seth sells the crap out of those German suplexes. Because that made me think, okay, literally anybody can do a German suplex, and it looks like it hurts like hell.
Dude,
Well, when we get to a later German suplex cell, I'm gonna talk to you about that.
alright, we'll see when we get to it. But yeah, no. Shelton Benjamin is a
Ain't no
godparent
stopping me,
to
no.
one of Brock's child.
Don't you mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god, he
The
hates that
most boring song ever.
He hates that song. So yeah, I like that match. It was a pretty good match. And he
Yeah, it was
explains
nice
why.
to see Shelton.
Yeah, he explains why Shelton was there too, Aaron. Because he said that Paul paid him to be there to attack him.
Well, Shelton was Shelton actually wrestled collegiate wrestling with Brock
too. They grew up.
at the University of Minnesota up here in the Great White North,
Oh,
and then they went to WWE, and Shelton was like the one that like helped train Brock when he first was in wrestling.
yeah, that too. So they have a history together. They're really
Yeah.
good friends. So then that match happened. Then we have Finn versus Lashley.
Hate
IC
this.
title.
Hate this so much.
It was a. It was a. I like the match. I just hate the finish.
I would like to point out that I called this like the last time we were together talking about, you know, what did they have planned for Finn at Mania. I
He's
didn't
gonna
expect
be
it to be on
Demon,
a
and he's
random
gonna
Raw, but
Yeah.
go against
Yeah.
Undertaker.
And versus Undertaker.
Yep.
I guess this is the plan. That might be the plan. We'll see what
And
happens.
then Angle versus John Cena.
We'll see. I was
For a
thinking,
retirement match.
I was thinking John Cena
Yeah.
versus Lashley to get the IC title, so he can finally be a Grand Slam champion.
I was thinking John Cena versus Samoa Joe
I was thinking Leo
for
Rush
the
versus
U.S.
John
title.
Cena.
we should have got that last year.
We never got it. We're never gonna get it. So this match, yes, you didn't like it.
I didn't like the finish because I thought it was dumb. And I wanted Finn to be IC champ going into Mania just because I thought he would put on a really great match, but it's definitely a Vince thing. Vince loves Bobby Lashley. Like
He loves him, dude.
Lashley.
he loves Bobby Lashley.
Lashley.
So dumb.
Sweet. Sam, did you like it, Anthony? Yes, no.
I want to be honest, I was miles away when this match was on.
So 10 out of 10 for him. Aaron, what did you think?
Yep.
Like a 10 mini stars.
10 many stars.
Mini stars.
I don't know what that means, but all right, that's his rating. Okay, so after that, we have Ronda come out, explaining why she did what she did on Fastlane.
God help us all.
And, Dana Brooke comes out, and she challenges Ronda for the title. But I don't think they had the matches.
best.
They didn't have their match, right? They never did.
No, Ronda just
No.
beat her.
Said that happened. Sorry, Dana, but I'm just sorry.
That's the first time Dana's been on TV in probably since Royal Rumble, maybe?
I'd say so, something like that.
And okay, just forget about what that happened because it didn't matter apparently for the Hulu version. So after that, we have
Doesn't
Gable
matter,
and
didn't
Rude.
happen.
For any version.
So after that, we have Gable and Rude versus Black and Ricochet. You guys talk about that because I have no idea what happened. Was it good? Was it bad? Tell me.
Payback, did you watch it?
I don't remember it is the problem. It was too fast.
Yeah, it was a
I
quick
thought-
match.
I thought it was good, but it kind of ended abruptly because it did feel like it was really fast, which I thought was weird. And then, until I
It was
started
really
noticing,
quick.
like, oh, okay, yeah, it was really quick.
Did
Until I
they-
started noticing throughout the night, I was like, oh, well, that's probably why this match ended quick because there's a ton of unnecessary promos.
Yeah, did they? No, this is a different. That was on SmackDown. I'm getting confused where these guys are at because they're on everything.
Everything, yeah.
But
the
like,
important time is when they're on Raw. On SmackDown, they're just there.
yeah, pretty much. But I think for this match, like I thought it was really good. I think they work well with Rude and Gable, and I think Gable's a worker and will work with anybody and does
Yeah.
really well. So I thought it was a good match overall. It was super quick, like you guys said. It was like a blink of an eye match, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, it's over with. Let's move on to another pointless promo.
And that promo was a moment of bliss. And she's
Good.
gonna announce who's gonna host WrestleMania, and it turns out to be her. How much you say that?
My mini gripe with this is I would understand this decision if the segments that they've been giving her since she's not wrestling was a hit. Like if this thing took off like a like a bat out of hell and everybody loved it, everybody ate it up, then I completely understand why you'd want her to be the host because you would get like these moment of bliss things, you'd be getting them throughout the 5-6 hours of WrestleMania, which if it's popular, everybody will enjoy. Nobody really gives a crap about this. I don't understand why they even gave her this.
I didn't even watch it
Well,
when it
it's
comes
like,
on.
yeah, I mean, the writing on these are not very good. Like
Mm,
it's just a simple like Alexa Bliss promo. Like every single time, it's
mm,
just like, oh, it's a normal Alexa Bliss promo. She's just like saying she's the best, and that everybody likes her. And, it's like she always does like the sweet innocent thing, and then like twists it to being like sadistic and all about her. Like not sadistic. It's more just like selfish, and so like that's what I see all these times in the moment of bliss. And like and then they bring out guests, and I mean like these guests that they bring out are like Nia Jax, like the ones that she've had a few weeks ago was Nia Jax. She's like, I'm the champion. I should be the champion. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, Nia, get the frick out of here. Like you don't belong on this thing. Like it's a fluke. Ronda's a fluke. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like get this mic out of this woman's hand.
It was a
So like they're
fluke.
not using it very well. I mean, they're not. It was a fluke. They're just not using that moment of bliss very well. Like it's not a hit, like you said, hey man.
So it's not a great
That's a
bit for
that's
her.
a thumbs down. It's a thumbs down for me.
Not a great bit for her.
yeah.
I slept through it, so it's a sleeping
That
through.
yeah. Yeah, to be honest, it just makes me not look forward to the small spots that they're gonna have for Mania.
And it also makes me question like how her health actually is.
Yeah, that too.
We'll see. Yeah, I haven't really heard much about her, why she's doing all this, so I guess she.
No, none at all really. She was injured before, so that's
Yeah.
why she was like, you know, when Corbin was general manager and she like was taking care of the women's division, like that was like the reason was because she had like concussion issues. But then she came back to the Rumble, and I did see a report that she got injured in the Rumble somehow or something. I don't know, or re-aggravated something. And
Probably
like,
Nia.
I mean, you're probably right. Um, Nia just punched her or something, and actually punched her. But like, I don't know. It just makes me wonder about, is her health actually right? Is she like able to do it? And it's kind of sad because I mean she's a really great talent, like in the ring. Like um, the moonsault thing that she does is awesome. Like
Oh, the Twisted Bliss.
yeah, like I think that's a really cool finisher or like signature that she does, and like she's got great mic work when she's put like in match situations or in promos where it's just her and like building things. But when it's just her like on a talk show and it doesn't mean anything because she's not going to wrestle, like it doesn't really help, you know? Like the whole point of those like talk shows on the on the on the wrestling part, like you got the Kevin Owens show, you got like, you know, Jericho and all these different the Peep show, like all of them were just to like piss people off to start feuds and to keep feuds like going. Like Miz TV does the same thing, and I just like don't understand what they're trying to do with Alexa Bliss there.
Yeah, it doesn't help that she's not wrestling because that's when she's really good. Those promos work, and that's why she's such a good overall talent is because when she's actually wrestling, her wrestling's good. When she's in angles with certain people or rivalries, she can use those on her promos well. When she's got nothing to do, even though you give her promos, they just don't hit as well because she's got nothing to do. She can't. She doesn't have anybody to bounce off of.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But we can move on. Like, we don't need to talk about this anymore.
Well, we're talking about we're now talking about Braun Strowman just showing that car from the SNL guys.
I really
So
will not talk
stupid.
about this. I really will not talk about this.
Best promo? We'll buy the Wagner figure.
Oh. So what do you guys think? I didn't see this part too, so no bueno.
Z.
Hard
They were
deserved it.
just, obviously the whole car is pre-cut and snap off like pieces for him to just like pull off like super easy like, and then he just tears it apart. And the whole like connection with him and Colin Jost or whatever from SNL, like, all right, like I don't understand. And I get the whole thing. Like, it was kind of comical when he was looking at it and he's like, they buy me a freaking car. What a big joke that I can't even fit in and all this kind of stuff. I thought that was funny. But beyond that, no.
What about Ant-Man? Anthony, what you think?
I have zero opinions on this.
Aaron?
Already said it.
All right, that's how good it is. After that, we have
7 pay stars.
Oh, okay. All right. So we
You
have
give it 7? You give it 7 pay stars?
I don't know what it means, dude. I don't know what it means. Let's keep going.
It doesn't make sense anymore.
So then we have Elias. Then we have Elias attacking. Well, he does his song, I guess, and then No Way Jose comes out, and I don't know what happens. And he gets attacked.
Just a new haircut.
That's some green ass hair.
So no more Fro.
He doesn't even have matches anymore. He doesn't even have matches. It's just like freaking Lacey Evans. All he does is do a conga line and gets his ass beat.
So not much happened in that one. So we can keep going.
Thumbs down.
So then we have Nia Jackson, Natalia. What happened?
Thumbs
Pass.
down. Should have been cut. Was cut for payback.
Was cut. So we can't say much what happened because I don't know what happened exactly.
Thank God.
Lacey Evans came out, I think. Beth Phoenix came out, I think too, right?
Beth Phoenix, that did come out, yes.
Yeah, I guess they're setting up.
I don't understand.
Rhonda, she just said.
How do you have 2 segments in a row where random people come out to the ring and do nothing? 2 in a
Well,
row.
it was. So what happened was Natalia came out but had a mic and basically said like, Rhonda didn't have my back. Somebody else didn't have my back. I don't remember who she said. And then she's like, but I gotta find someone that will have my back, my bestie. And she walks out, and it's like the Glamazon music that hits, and the whole crowd's like, oh yeah, cool. And then it's like, all right, this match sucks. It's stupid.
So terrible. Cut it from the program.
Cut it from the program, like Hulu did.
Because it did.
But and then watch this match be on WrestleMania.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
pre-show, please.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Like
Well,
2 o'clock pre-show. Like nobody's in the building and they barely set up the ring pre-show.
Like Mankind versus Rock halftime heat pre-finish. Nobody in the ring.
They even do that in the UFC. They do this thing in the UFC where they have pre-shows that they film or that they show on Facebook Live. If you go on Facebook Live, they'll have like 2 or 3 fights going on before the doors even open.
damn.
Yeah, put this match on it.
Yep.
Alright, so then we have the best promos ever. And that's Batista and Triple H.
Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what I want.
Give
I
me
mean,
what I want.
Give me what I want.
That's not what I want.
I liked it. It was really intense. I was like, holy.
I loved it because of that.
I honestly, what I think would happen was that Batista forgot some of his lines, and so he just said the same thing over and over again.
No, it can't be. He's
That's what
a
it
Hollywood
felt
actor
like.
now, dude. He remembers all his lines. Like the
Not if they're
drags.
Yeah,
just
but
given. Not if they're
I'm
just
pretty
given to
sure.
him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like he showed up there like probably late, like even before or after the show started, and they were like, "Well, here's your lines," and he's like, "Dude, I'm out there in like 20 minutes. I'll just read through what you want me to say, and I'll figure it out."
Yep.
Because it did feel like that. Like he went on for a good like 5 straight minutes, where it was, "Give me what I want,"
Well, Triple H
and then
wasn't
spit
giving
on
him
the
what he
mic, "Give me
wants.
what I want."
That's why. Triple H should have just gave him what he wanted in the beginning.
Just give me what I want. Give me what I want.
I loved it.
Is
Give me
that
what I
what you
want.
want? Give me what I want.
I don't want them to face off until WrestleMania. Or one more time before Mania, maybe. But that's it.
Yeah, I gotta do the contract signing, and then the face to face, and then the attack in the parking lot, and then Triple H shows up at the movie set for Guardians 3, and
Triple H shows up and throws him off the Pittsburgh Bridge.
No, they can't do it anymore. They're not edgy anymore.
I don't know. The I liked the beginning of it because I thought Batista came out and was like sounded like an actual like he was a bad dude. He brought out people with him and like was like, this isn't to protect, like, I'm not playing in your games. Where's your sledgehammer? Like all that kind of stuff. Like I liked that. But then once he just got into forgetting what he was saying, and or at least in my opinion, he forgot what he was saying and just said, "Give me what I want, give me what I want, give me what I want," over and over and over
which
again
after
for it,
at one
like 3
point,
minutes.
like at one point he kept saying it, and at one point I was sitting there, I was like, I don't even know what he wants. What do you? I don't get what you're wanting.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right.
So he gives him the match at WrestleMania. Can't wait. It's gonna be intense.
No holds barred.
No holds barred. So,
Which doesn't. I was talking to Payback with this when we were watching Raw live. There's no like bar or like there's no holds that are actually barred. Like they don't tell you what holds are actually barred in the WWE. So it's like no holds barred. It doesn't make sense. Like they should have just said no disqualification or false count anywhere or like.
Yeah. Do they just not use the no disqualification term anymore, or because I want to say I hear it every now and again. You don't hear it all the time. You always hear the no holds barred thing.
You hear it every now and then. So pretty much no holds barred, extreme rules, no disqualifications, and there's another match that are pretty much the same thing. They just called it something different.
I mean TLC basically, or
Well, I would say Triple H is the king of no disqualification WrestleMania matches at this point. It feels like every single Mania match is no disqualification.
I mean it's with every match he had with Taker where was no disqualification really.
So yeah, so we got that Mania match, and then after that we got Kurt Angle.
Will there be blood in that one?
No way. They won't do blood.
I doubt it.
Never.
Yeah.
So we have Kurt Angle come out to Pittsburgh, right? That's where they're at.
Yep,
His
it's in
hometown.
Pittsburgh.
His hometown. He announces his retirement match will be at Mania. It's
Probably gonna be a pre-show.
no, no way.
I think they'll keep that
Can't.
on.
They only have three matches in the pre-show, and two of them we already know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Battle
'Cause
Royal
they're
and
both battle royals. Yeah.
the
But
Women's
last year
Battle
it was
Royal
the
and Andre the
Cruiserweight
Giant.
Championship that was the third match.
We'll see. It may be their match again. But yeah. Kurt Angle answers the retirement match at Mania. We don't know his opponent yet. But he also says he wants to have one last match in his hometown of Pittsburgh. And he just calls out anyone, right? Just anyone call him out and fight him.
Yeah, I think
Pretty
so.
much, yeah.
And then Apollo Crews comes out, and they had a pretty good match. I liked it.
Well, let me tell you something here, boys.
Oh god.
You want to talk about selling freaking German suplexes? Watch this match again. Like, I don't expect you to, but just watch a clip of the German suplexes with Apollo. Apollo literally is full on jumping in the air to get him over the top of Kurt. Like Kurt can't really lift him, and Apollo is literally like full on like broad jumping to get as
It's
high as he
hard, man.
can
It's
over the
hard.
top of him.
Like,
And
as
I'm
soon
like,
as he gets his arms around him, he's like, "All right, ready?" He gets in like a squatting
yeah,
position.
it was so. I mean, I was like, damn, he's selling those hard. But like, I mean, you got to. I think Kurt is like falling apart.
Yeah,
It's falling apart.
I would be honest. I'd never been more happy for Kurt Angle when he said that he's gonna be retiring. I was like, thank God.
I mean, I don't think he
Because
necessarily has had. He hasn't had a very good match since he came back.
yeah, well, I think uh, uh, I don't think like it's the booking that's the issue. It's just it's just he's like you said, his body's just falling apart. You see this in sports all the time. Like I'll even say this all the time in sports. Whenever there's somebody in football, basketball, baseball, you see them getting old to the point where they were not the same. And there's some sports guys that they know that it's their time is coming, so that's going to be their last year or whatever, where they're going to call it early. And then you see some guys that drag it on till they get to 40, and they just look like a shell of themselves. Like point in case is Shaq. Like Shaq had this kind of run, like his last 2 years, where he did not look the same. And that's
He
every time I
looked like
see Angle
garbage, yeah.
wrestle, it's the same. It's the same thing.
He also got injured
Yeah.
twice.
Who?
Shaq.
Kurt?
Oh,
Oh, Shaq did. Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
Kurt,
Shaq.
I mean,
Yeah,
Kurt's
Shaq had like
definitely
a ton
not.
of injuries.
The only thing I hate
But I mean,
about
Kurt's not definitely not like healthy by any means when he wrestles. Like,
Yeah.
he's not
But
healthy.
Shaq was, yeah, and then too, like Shaq because of the age at the point. Like even if he was his best day, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same with Kurt, I would say.
the only thing I hate about this whole Kurt retiring was that it would be cool, but I hated that they would make him wrestle during Raw shows every once in a while. Like I don't know why they didn't save him up for like pay-per-views or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't give him the same schedule or treatment as they do with Taker or Cena or Brock.
Yeah, to save him for pay-per-views. That's what they should have done from the beginning. They
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, I
did.
mean, they could. It's like a Legends schedule. I think they do that.
Yeah, but it is what
I
it
think they
is.
wanted to test him out first, because that's what it felt like.
I mean, you can test him out with
Yeah.
pay-per-views.
I mean, what's really interesting, like, if you look back, like, it wasn't that long ago. It was probably like 3 years ago. 2016, I think. Him and Cody Rhodes in one of the Independents had like a barn burner of a match where it was like
Yeah.
only 3 years ago, and he was like still like on all cylinders firing and wrestling in the indies against Cody and all these different things and looked great. And it's just like it's just so fast how it like
Right.
switches, you know? Like once you
Yeah,
hit
and I
that
think
once you hit that level, you just hit it and then you're
yeah.
done.
Yeah, and I think too that if your schedule is like once a week having matches with Cody, or like once or twice every month having those kind of matches, and then the rest of your time you're at home, taking care of yourself. I think that's why like you can see somebody like Kurt in their 50s have those kind of matches, whereas working a WWE schedule, there's just no way. There's no way.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm happy for him. I think this will be
Yeah.
a cool send off at this Mania. I don't know who he's
Yeah,
gonna face. I mean, what are the rumors of who he's gonna face? Does anybody know?
it, I have no. I think the Cena one was the first one I heard, which I actually would not
John Cena.
mind because, yeah,
You know what he did, right?
you can
Ruthless aggression.
aggression.
Classic prototype.
He
Okay,
posted a picture with no caption of Kurt Angle with a gold medal from like 1997.
who, Cena?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens then.
No, so no caption or anything. So
He did.
could have just been like, yay, Kurt Angle, like you're finally retiring, or
You're
hint,
amazing.
hint.
Yeah, normally John says something like in detail whenever something in WWE happens with somebody.
So what do we got? What do we got next then?
After that, it's like pretty much wrapping up the show because we have the supposed Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin. Roman comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, good match that one.
Roman comes out.
Doesn't even happen.
75 pay stars.
Jesus. Comes out, gets attacked by Drew McIntyre. They're trying to get him to, do a test thing for to see if he's doing well, and then he wouldn't do it out in the ring. So they take him to the back to the trainer's room, and then you see Dean doesn't go inside the room. Dean gets mad. He goes up. He sees Triple H. He goes up to him. He's like, "I want a match with Drew McIntyre right now. Falls count anywhere." And Triple H says, what does he say? "I'll give it to you. I'll go look for McIntyre right now." And they do the match. It was, I liked it I liked it. It was a pretty good match, They're going all over the place, breaking things, using those cart things as, weapons. And then towards the end, they
That
get
was
up
kind
to
of a weird spot.
Yeah, where McIntyre's on top of it and he pushes it.
And then like he sold it like his hand got crushed between them, but like it didn't. Like we totally saw that nothing was between them. But I think he was like, I have to sell something because it looks like nothing happened.
It's hard, dude. It's kind of hard to sell some things. So,
Yeah, probably the spot of the match or you're gonna talk about the finish probably.
yeah, they finish it up in the stage next to the announcer table. And the McIntyre, I missed this part. I don't remember exactly what happened. He gets him stuck on one of the rails, right? And then he does.
Yeah, so he puts
Claymore.
his head in the handrail or like the hand rail kind of between it, and then he claymores him in it, and he like pops it off, and like it looks like he broke it. I thought it was a really good spot. That was probably my favorite. I mean, it was a really good finish.
Pins him. He McIntyre wins, and then you see Dean Ambrose try to get up again, and then McIntyre claymores him again. But that was the match. What do you guys think? Liked it? Good. Don't know what they're doing.
Uh, I thought the match was good, but I do have issues. Uh, it, it was pointless. It basically turned Dean back into what he was weeks before getting back together with the Shield, which was, oh, just go out there and fight whoever we got against you and put them over
Yep.
for no reason.
But he
And
was
I was
fighting
like,
for Dean.
this is weird.
I mean, he's fighting for Roman.
Which, case in point, I'm about to get to that, which is weird because, he's getting destroyed out there, gets claymored to hell with that barricade, and then gets beaten up after. And do you see any of the Shield come out? No.
They're
I
in the
thought that was
training room.
weird too.
Come
I was
on,
like,
dude.
okay.
They don't got TVs in there.
Well, what is? I'm sure Seth would have been like, hey, I wonder how D's doing.
No, he said, was like, man, I gotta leave Dean alone for a bit.
Yeah,
He's probably...
yeah. That was the reason why I didn't like it because I was like, okay, basically it's Dean back to the way he was 3 weeks ago, except he's got a Hounds of Justice shirt on, and then they made Drew to be look really really bad as a bad guy level, and made him look really badass. This and that. I think my only issue that could have gave him more heat or made him look more like sadistic was when they were towards the announcers that he would have like messed with Renee a little bit, because that would have put like a lot of heat on him. That would have made Dean in the match have a purpose, because then like if he's messing with Renee while he's laid out, gets back up and sees it, and then he gets like really really pissed off about it, and then then he starts beating him up even more. Then it makes Drew look even more mean and gets more heat. Like, oh, he's mean physically, but he's also mean mentally because he's messing with a dude's wife in front of him.
Mm.
We didn't get that, though.
But we did not get that.
We avoided it.
We did not get that. But yeah, I mean, I give the match a thumbs up. I like the match. I like the way they
Mhm.
used the ring and went around the different areas in the arena. But it just, like you said, it's just Dean putting another guy over. Like Dean lost to Apollo Crews, I'm pretty sure. Or no, he looked.
He
Or it
lost to
basic.
EC3.
And then he won
Yeah.
against EC3, and they're done with
Yeah, it's
EC3.
just like who's going over who in this?
Okay, that's some other. We'll talk about that some other time. But yeah,
No, not never.
we'll see. And then, so this pretty much, I guess, I'm guessing sets up Roman versus McIntyre. That's what I'm thinking. At Mania, main event,
Yeah.
Yeah,
last
probably.
match.
Yeah.
I think that matches would be good. I think that'll be a decent
Mhm.
match. They're both good workers.
That's pretty much What do you think, Payback?
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. First off, that Kurt match, 3 pay stars would have been better with Sami Zayn. This
Oh.
match seems a little long.
I
Um,
mean, you gotta
yeah,
add the whole Roman being attacked. So, fine.
yeah, it was a little long. It seems like some spots were kind of rushed. But I mean, match was pretty fun to watch. I didn't really care for the finish. Seems like they're burying Dean. And then what's funny is in the last moments, there's this part where after Dean just like he takes out Dean near the table, I think, wherever he pins him. I can't remember off the top of my head. Could be like down on the stairs. Um, McIntyre does like the whole victory thing, and then he starts walking off, and then there's like a small, if you, it's hard to catch, but they start fading to black, like, and they have a logo in the corner too. And then you see Dean crawling in the background, and they switch cameras again, and then they just show McIntyre
Yeah.
slide and like hit him, and then kick him while he's on the ground, and then they just cut to black completely.
Yeah, it looked like they cut the black in the middle of another Claymore. I was like, oh, okay. We're just
It was
They're not
we're
allowed.
just
Just
not
cut
gonna
it.
be able to see that. Okay.
I mean, they're not allowed.
Well, they can't. Raw. I don't think Raw can go over anymore.
Yeah.
Really can't. Not, they,
I
you
just,
don't,
I'm
you don't
starting.
get that last 5
Yeah,
minutes
they
anymore.
can't go over.
Yeah, they don't
They
get the
they,
last
they have
five
they have
minutes.
to request it before they go in air.
Yeah. Which I've loved those recently because they're always like awkward cuts. Like
Yeah.
every single Raw has been an awkward cut, and
It's like a cliffhanger.
I just love it.
It's a cliffhanger, dude. Tune in next week and you'll find out what happened in Raw. So, what do you guys think of Raw overall? Final thoughts.
Raw is a bar symbol, the bar
And
symbol
yeah,
for me.
I give it 2 bar symbols.
2 and like 8.5 pay stars.
I give it. It was cool, I guess. Sometimes.
2 and 8.5 out of 10 pay stars.
That was so convincing. Meh,
It was cool sometimes. When I fell asleep, it was pretty cool. All right, quick SmackDown.
Yeah,
Nope.
let's blaze through this.
Here, you want me to go over real fast?
Go for it, dude.
Okay. So it starts off with Shane McMahon in the ring with his Best in the World trophy. He bullies Greg Hamilton, saying his name like 4 times.
I like that.
Sorry, my confection.
Quickly, what do you want to think? Yes, no, liked it.
I just didn't understand the heel turn, I guess, from the
I
promo.
thought
So
I thought his promo could have been better worded or at least better written because I like the idea of why he turned heel. I just thought that it could have been better written, like where basically he's like saying, "Well, the reason why I turned on the Miz because everybody doesn't like him. I mean, 3 months ago you guys were booing him, and that's the reason why I don't like him." It's something to that nature instead of what we got.
Eric, what do you think?
Yeah, he just basically said I don't like him. That's
Yeah.
basically what the
Yeah.
promo ended up in.
yeah, it's like that's literally the end of it. Like, okay, go. Let's keep going.
What's the next one?
All right. After that is the 8-man tag match with Aleister Black, Ricochet, and the Hardy Boys versus the Bar, Rusev, and Shinsuke.
And then
I
And
mean,
do you guys remember how that ended?
Yeah, New Day
Yeah,
comes out.
the New Day came out and kicked the shit out of all of them.
Yeah. So that wasn't
yeah.
really
So
a
the match just
match.
didn't.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there was cool stuff that happened in it. Like Ricochet and Alistair's in it, so they're doing cool stuff. And then the Hardys were doing
Hardy
Hardy
Boys doing their
things.
own thing. Yeah.
Like Matt looks great.
Matt looks awesome.
Dude,
Like Matt looks great and is doing cool stuff again. Like he's moving quick. He's moving around the ring and has agility. Like
I'm happy for him.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
So that was
But but it was really weird when the New Day came out. I was like, what? Like, are they heel? What are they doing? Are they turning heel? No, no, what?
I was like, I guess they're mad after what happened in Fastlane, so I get that. But we'll see what happens afterwards during this show. So what happened next, Payback?
All right. So after that, you know, this isn't the house that AJ Styles built. When 2005, he was wrestling in bingo halls while Randy Orton was world
Oh, this is
champion.
my favorite.
AJ
Loved
was
it.
tanning with Dixie Carter. And you know what? This is the house that Randy Orton built. They have this promo that goes on a little bit, and he's talking about his success compared to AJ. And AJ's retort is that he's writing off other people's coattails like Triple H and Ric Flair and all his various tag partners um, over the years. It was a pretty good promo overall, I thought.
Yes,
yeah.
I
See, I was talking to Tate about
love this. Yeah, I love this because that's exactly how you write promos for the guys that you have put together, because you bring up all the stuff that they've done and then you compare the two, and then the way they deliver it too was awesome.
AJ talks about
Yeah, I was a big fan.
he talks about the Randy Orton's knockoff Diamond Cutter.
Yes.
Love that.
Oh yeah, I thought that was so cool. I thought that was so good. Like they're bringing in other people's
I love
examples. Like
the Dixie Carter
Yeah.
reference. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
I love that Randy talking about like he's kind of insulting the indie guys, and AJ's like, "Look, go to backstage, go to the locker room. All those guys are indie guys," and that was really cool because he's right. They're all indie guys. And I love it. I love this promo.
Got a
yeah, I
rated
thought
RKO
the promo was
reference.
so good.
And then
Yeah, the rated RKO reference. Like I loved everything. Basically it just was like saying you rode on everyone else's coattails. You like had
Mm.
always had to have people around you in order to be successful, all that kind of stuff. And I think one of my favorite parts was when AJ mocked the Randy Orton pose.
oh yeah,
I don't know
No,
if you
you
guys
can't
remember that,
yeah
but
you
I
can't
like
make an
made
indies
me laugh
with
so
this, and he
hard.
does the pose. That was a good one.
He goes, if you did that, you'd get your ass kicked or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Like this promo is everything that I wanted it to be.
That was good. So what happened next?
All right. After that was the women's championship, or no, women's. Oh, it's just Oscar versus Sonya Deville. Um, just regular match. Oscar wins after Mandy Rose accidentally causes Deville to slip.
Same
They
thing
they
happened.
they redid the spot, right? They did the spot
And they messed up, I
again,
think, right?
and they messed up again.
Yeah, so it looked more like Deville just like got distracted by her, and then Oscar took advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't care.
They're breaking it up.
It was so dumb. They're breaking them up, and it's gonna probably lead to something with the title as well. Because what else are you gonna do with the SmackDown Women's title? Because they don't care.
2 out of 5 pay stars.
Oh, okay. So what happened after that?
Oh, that AJ's Randy promo is 6 pay stars. Anyways, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair cut promos on each other in the ring. And then basically the segment ends saying that Charlotte had nothing going on until the man got into the mix for WrestleMania. And now they're headlining WrestleMania. They're confirming that it is one of the main events.
We'll see. Vince changes everything at the last minute, so
Yes, he does.
like the very last minute, even during the show, we'll change it. So we'll see if they keep to it. Which I hope.
Which I think I saw. I think I saw a report today saying that he still has no idea what he wants to close Mania with.
What do you guys think? Like the promo?
Promo was really short. I mean, nothing really worth commenting
Yeah,
over.
I thought it was too short to even think of anything.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It was too short. That's it. Didn't really
Um,
do much more to build it.
yeah, it wasn't really. Anything you want to say, Kevin?
No, that was it. I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
Short. Yeah, go for it.
After that, they just confirmed that Daniel Bryan and Rowan are teaming up against Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali. Tag match. Nothing to really note. I'm just gonna skim past that. Um, and then they have the tag match of Andrade and Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio and R-Truth.
They finished that match with
Oh yeah,
Ray pinning Joe, which is interesting.
Yeah, I
yes,
thought
and
that was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't. I
Schoolboy.
think I thought that was an interesting. Yeah, with a schoolboy, and then he gets out of the ring, and then Joe goes crazy and attacks R-Truth, right?
Jackson
And
Andrade.
Andrade.
Yeah,
Or
Andrade, yeah.
attacks Andrade. Yeah.
Well, he attacks both of them.
yeah. And
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're. I don't know what they're doing.
No
I
idea.
I don't get it. There's no. I have no idea what they're doing with the U.S. title. Like, are they gonna just build Ray versus Joe? Is that what they're gonna go
Maybe.
with there? Like,
I thought it
like
was
that's one.
yeah.
Like that's how they built Mustafa being a part of the WWE Championship mix. Like they had him
Yeah, yeah,
come in and just beat Bryan, and I mean that's like a
yeah,
typical thing that they do.
yeah. We got 3 weeks left, so we'll just wait for random people to get thrown into the mix.
Thoughts, Kevin?
Nah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who
Um,
the show's gonna
match
face.
was actually
I liked it though.
match was pretty entertaining. They had this cool segment where he after Truth was doing his John Cena stuff, he he has Mysterio go up onto, I believe it's into a fireman's carry, and then he dumps him on top of Joe. But they
Oh,
choreograph it so that it looks really well done,
I remember that
and
spot.
it was pretty cool spots in that match. Um, 4 pay stars,
Oh, okay.
and then after that you have um, Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali, and Rowan takes Ali into an iron claw and choke slams him for a 3 count.
It's over. Uh, this was match was
Eh.
just it's still like a whatever match, I guess. I don't know.
It was pretty quick too. Um, Surprisingly quicker than I thought it was gonna be. It was like 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I don't know whether that build up.
Yeah, it
Was
felt like
this
it felt like they had to. I mean, I felt like they just squeezed it in to try to like bookend the um, match from Fastlane. You know,
Yeah,
everybody that was
I,
involved in that match in this
No,
one to just kind of like get it done with.
yeah. My only takeaway was I thought it was weird that they gave Brian and Rowan a clean win over Ali because Ali did suffer the pin and the triple threat the previous night, and then on this show eat a clean pin and get pinned by Rowan. But at that point, I'm like, okay, are we kicking him out of the title picture? Like, what are we doing with him? Because I just thought that was my only thought. I was like, I'm surprised. Like, we throw him in the title picture, and then we have him eat a pin by Eric Rowan 2 days later.
I just don't know what they're building up for this because we all know who Daniel Bryan's gonna face. So
yeah, it's very weird.
Kofi, Kofi.
so that match
Uh,
was all right.
2.5 pay stars. Um, all right, and then the thing that finishes out the night, as we all know, um, Vince McMahon comes out and addresses the Kofi Kingston situation. He says he already gave Kofi an opportunity to earn a title shot in the surprise handicap match at Fastlane, but Kofi fails. And then yeah, Vince says Kofi doesn't deserve a damn thing. And then the New Day is out there. They argue that the universe is for Kofi, yada yada yada. Basically, Vince says Kofi uh, gets a shot, but what he has to do is he has to beat this man, and Randy Orton comes out, and then Samoa Joe's music starts playing, and he's like, "And this man," and then the bar's music starts playing, "And these men," and then they announce the gauntlet match for next week.
Did they announce it for next week? He said that the gauntlet match, and I'm like, I thought it was gonna happen on that
Yeah,
SmackDown,
No.
and I was like, "There's no time."
Next week.
I was
Yeah.
so confused.
Yeah, it's next week. It's gonna be like 6 people, so it's gonna be the whole time.
It's gonna be the whole last hour of SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be funny because there's gonna be at least a couple of people or segments that they did not be on the show next week.
Or Brilliant.
Which I mean, there's some things that you don't have to have on the show next week. Like you don't have to have Ricochet and Black be there next week, or that basically the tag team division. You don't have to have Becky and Charlotte there next week. Just put them on Raw the night before. I think
Yeah,
they'll be
that's
fine
true.
with that.
I like the Kofi's promo when he was talking about, he doesn't really he
Yeah.
never asked for a lot. He's always like the good boy, I guess.
He hasn't asked for a release and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
He's done everything for the company. He's missed Halloween's with his kids. He's missed his new baby first like teeth falling out and missing the whole tooth fairy thing. And that's why he's asking for at least this title shot. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I just was like, the whole Vince part of that was just weird to me, though. It was like he was just denying all those things that Kofi has done, and like that, he's just like, "You're not a title guy. You're not the guy. You're not a guy that's championship material."
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
true when you look at it too.
My only issue with it is they're using this angle that they did with Daniel Bryan, and the person that he's going up against is Daniel Bryan. That's my only issue with it. Where I'm like, they even pointed out too, where Daniel's like, "Yeah, Daniel told me that you're just a B+ player," and I was like, "Wait a minute!" That's like, you literally went through this shit like 5 years ago.
That was good.
That's true.
Oh my god. They had such a great promo made by Daniel Bryan last week. And then with this, I mean, Kofi just sells that. His expressions and everything associated with it are just so. They feel so real.
Yeah,
He would
like
make-
I love
Yeah, that he's
everything
legitimately pissed.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that everything that Kofi and the New Day and even the crowd getting behind him. I love everything on that aspect that's going for it. What I think my only issue is Vince being involved and in the middle of it because I don't understand his angle in it. Like it should just be Daniel and Kofi. That's all we need.
Yeah. Well, you definitely know that it's the build for Kofi at Mania. He's gonna win the gauntlet match next week,
Mhm.
Or maybe he doesn't.
and like,
We'll see.
I mean, maybe he doesn't, and somehow they figure out a way to get him in the title after that. But I want to see Kofi run a gauntlet match and beat everybody and
Yeah.
just like go over
Well, I
in
think-
that way.
yeah.
That would like get a huge pop after that would happen.
I think you have to have him win the gauntlet match because even if you have him lose, whether it's clean or whether Vince screws with them again, I think you're borderline gonna lose the audience interest in it because the audience interest in it is because of Kofi. Well, me as a fan, I'm gonna start losing faith and confidence in a guy that I'm rooting for if I'm constantly seeing him like getting put in impossible situations where I think he's gonna do it and I know he can do it and he's about to do it and then somebody fucks him over. Like do that once in a while, but every single week to the point where like, all right, I'm gonna give you another chance, but I'm gonna fuck with you at the end. Like at that point, I'm gonna be like, well, he's not bothering. It's the angle that's bothering me.
Yeah,
That was SmackDown.
but that's SmackDown, boys.
SmackDown. What do you guys think? Like it? No? Yes? No? I like it.
It was good.
SmackDown's always the best, I think, just because
Yep.
it's an hour less and they can do. I feel like it's more fast paced. Promos are more concise, and they're the most important promos usually, and then the matches. Like I always think the matches are very well done on SmackDown in
Yeah.
comparison to Raw.
5 pay stars.
Ooh, all right. Okay, good. All right, and then just finish it
And
off.
NXT,
Finish it off. Just what happened big. I know what happened big. Something big
I
happened.
got it. Okay, I got it.
All right.
So there was 3 matches on the card, right? It's the Dusty Rhodes Classic. We're in the semifinals.
Ooh.
So in the semifinals, first matchup of the night was Mustache Mountain versus the Forgotten Sons.
Oh,
And
golly.
it was in the beginning, it was like Tyler Bate was doing Tyler Bate stuff. He was out wrestling everybody. Um, and Wesley Blake put him in a Cobra Clutch, but Tyler Bate got a tag to Trent Seven, and he did his thing for a little bit. But the Forgotten Sons targeted Trent Seven's like injured knee, and that's kind of the story that they're playing. The knee that Trent Seven has like had issues with in the past, and so they kind of targeted that the whole time. Tyler Bate came back in, did a sweet spot where he does the standing shooting star press, and it was onto the floor. But then Jackson Riker of Forgotten Sons, he's the big swole guy that's like the singles person out of the 3, came in and intervened. He like came in and did some interference, and then they did their finisher based off of that interference. So the Forgotten Sons are the ones going to the finals of the Dusty over Mustache Mountain.
Ooh, damn. It's getting spicy.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that would happen that way, following NXT, just because Mustache Mountain is in NXT UK. So like they would like have them wrestle more over there. I think they had them in here to try to get the Forgotten Sons over. I'm not sure if they're necessarily over yet. They're kind of a newer faction. There's 3 of them, and they kind of have come in and for the last few months and kind of do that. But that was that first match. I mean, I did watch it. I watched some of the like highlights of it, and there was some cool stuff they did, but it wasn't like too great. I'm not a fan of the Forgotten Sons.
I am not either. I haven't seen it. So. I've seen
Yeah.
some of them when they wrestle, but I don't have an opinion for them yet.
Yeah. Any of you guys have any other opinions on this semifinal match?
Not really. I mean, I was kind of surprised that they put over Forgotten Sons. Because I think as of right now, I don't really know what they see in those guys because I can't really put a finger on it. Like, I kind of want to say that they're like what's that tag team? Like a more upgraded version of like the Ascension, but not really. And like I don't know. It's just I do find it kind of weird. But at the same time, like wrestling wise, they do put on good matches whenever they have a good team to go against. So I think when you put them in Takeover in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic, most people that are going to be watching it are like, oh, I don't know who these guys are, but hopefully this match is good. I think that's all they care about. Just put on a good wrestling match. Worry about the gimmick later.
Yeah, for sure. Payback, you have any opinions?
Did you watch it? Because I didn't watch
No
it.
comment.
Did you watch NXT?
No comment.
Not this week.
Not this week. All right. So then going to the second match. The second match was the #1 contenders for the NXT Women's Championship. It was Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair. So that #1 contendership would be at the Takeover in New York WrestleMania weekend. So they had that as the middle match. Early on, Bianca was dominant. She kept using her strength and athleticism to kind of get it. She caught Io Shirai doing a head scissors and sent her face first into the ring steps. So like she caught her and then threw her into the ring steps. That was a pretty cool spot. Um, Shirai though, she like was pretty quickly like able to get back, and she ended up delivering a 619 to Belair. Um, and then she did end up recovering though, and put Shirai into a trio woe into the um, the corner, and straight up whipped her with her braid, which is kind of her gimmick. Um,
It's not like a disqualification. Might as well. It's like a weapon at that point.
I mean, at least I that's what I think should happen, but WWE doesn't see it
Well,
that way. Say it's part of her
it's kind
body,
of
so
they do the same thing in sports too. Like in the NFL with people with dreadlocks, if you make a tackle by grabbing their dreadlocks, that's considered part of the uniform. So
yeah.
there's no
Oh,
So
penalty in
that's
taking them down.
that sucks.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I would say it's a sports thing mainly.
yeah. So the next thing that happened basically was Shirai. Then she did hit a moonsault, but Belair got her knees up, and then was able to follow that up with like a big German suplex. But as that part kept going on, Shayna Baszler just attacked and went into the ring and wrecked shop. Kairi Sane tried to come in, but failed, and the Queen of Spades was left standing after choking out Io Shirai. And so the result of that was a no contest. So no one got the number one contendership. So what they're probably setting up is that Belair, Shirai, and Baszler are going to probably have a triple threat match at TakeOver.
Nice,
I
nice.
was thinking more along the lines of a fatal four way, and you add Kyrie Sane to it.
I like
That
that
I
Kyrie
mean
Sane.
they could definitely put Kyrie Sane into it. I think they both feel. I think everybody feels that those are the four people of the women's division at right now
Hmm.
in NXT. So I think they could definitely make it a fatal four way. But um, right now, right now it seems like for sure a triple threat. But I definitely think you're right that they could make it a fatal four way.
So
You guys got any opinions on the NXT women's division in this championship match, or do you think that would just those are the four people that you would put in it and have them go?
I like the four people.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the four. I like
Yeah.
the four.
They're all good wrestlers. Or
Also,
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
say
absolutely.
that match, the end with Kyrie Sane coming out, is one of my
Yep.
favorite wrestling gifs I'll ever see.
what'd she
So
do?
if you
Oh, did
since you
she
haven't
come out?
since some guys you haven't seen it, she comes out, she when Baszler's attacking. I don't remember who is probably Io Shirai. I didn't see who exactly it
Mm-hmm.
was.
Yeah.
And she comes out. She points at Baszler like starting jumping up and down. She pulls out her fake like what do you call that? Telescope,
Oh
and
Yep.
yeah,
like it looks through it and then starts running. It's probably the funniest sequence I've ever seen.
Oh, so
Find
she's
it.
on
I
the
want to see it.
she's on stage and
Yes.
like does the telescope to look and then drops it and runs in. Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, she needed to see further away.
That's great.
I thought I had
Wow.
bad eyes.
So then the last match.
But then the last match was the next semifinal for in the Dusty Classic, and it was DIY, so Champa and Gargano against Alistair and Ricochet. Um, DIY, like they came out with the old theme song
Oh,
and wore the blue shirts.
oh.
Um, and right away they kind of controlled everything in the first part of the match. They wore down Ricochet and um, so they wore down Ricochet, and then you know Champa was taunting Black. Um, they did a hot tag to get Black back in, and he took the fight to um, Gargano and Champa. Ricochet came back in, and they did a nasty. They did like a missed moonsault to the floor, and then um, So like Ricochet did a missed moonsault, and then there was a big super kick that happened to Ricochet after that happened. Um, and later in the match, it seemed that Gargano like suffered a knee injury, and they left
Again? No.
Ciampa. Yeah, so it looked like he suffered a knee injury and kind of left Ciampa to go at it alone against so like Black and Ricochet were like coming back. The baby faces, so Black and Ricochet like quickly blasted um Ciampa with the Black Mass, and then Ricochet finished him off with the 630, I think is what he calls it. And then they ended up winning that match, and they're going to the finals against the Forgotten Sons. So I think that match that happens at Takeover, right? The Dusty Classic Finals usually
I'm
happens
pretty
at Takeover.
sure it does. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Finals?
does too.
No.
Yeah, I think that the finals usually happen at.
The,
Well, I
Or
read
do
that
they?
no, the
this
finals
was
determine
the.
who
I read.
fights the tag team
Oh,
champions.
that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
right. Yeah.
That's right. You're right.
So you have
But then it was after the match is
I like
when the
this.
when the good stuff happened.
I'll say
So
that.
Champa was making his way towards Gargano, and at this time Candice LeRae came down to ringside, tried to help Gargano up, but Gargano like fell down. Champa at this time like made it look like he was gonna grab him and throw him into the stage, like he was gonna like do the exact same thing that he had done 2 years ago, um, to have the breakup. But when Champa went to go at it, Gargano countered him and sent Champa straight into the stage, and revealing that Gargano faked the knee injury the whole entire time. He then super kicked Champa and hyped up the crowd to close out the show.
Best part.
So, yeah, so I mean that's the big heel turn, or not heel turn, but the big turn on Champa that everybody thought Champa was going to do on Gargano, and I think that's a cool thing.
It's just sucks what
You
happened.
could play off with yeah, I mean you could play off with the recordings that Gargano was the one that injured Ciampa, and that's why he's out now. After this attack, like you could definitely play that off. So I think that's probably the way they're gonna go. It's a smart decision, and I trust the NXT writers because they are the ones that normally do the really good stuff in that way. So, but what do you guys think about that whole match?
I saw highlights.
Uh,
I saw highlights of this match. It looked pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah. It
I
was.
saw
It was really good.
spoilers.
It was really good.
I saw spoilers of that turn on Champa a month ago, and I thought that was genius.
Yeah, I saw that turn too like a month ago.
Oh yeah, there were spoilers from the tapings for sure. You guys got to stop doing that.
I can't.
Oh, it's just like, hey, look what this taping has, and then
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh okay, oh no, why did I see
It's because
this?
the whole taping thing. I hate the tapes. I wish.
Yeah, so yeah, the taping thing sucks, but I know that they do it, that's what they have to do. Um, just like I dislike when I mean, granted, there's not much that happens after a takeover's done when they do the NXT or whatever, or before the takeover when they do the NXT that they tape there. Usually they're matches that like are not like pertinent to any storyline. Um, but like I think that the tapings are things that I'm like, I don't know. But granted, but okay, so my opinion is if people are paying money to go to Full Sail, like give them a few hours of a show, instead of just like 1 hour like NXT would be if it was just like a live recording of a 1 hour show.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know what
But-
to say about that then. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's just the last thing. So that was the last,
Mm.
that was the three matches of NXT. So overall, I would give it a thumbs up. NXT always does
Yes.
great things. Like I can't,
Yeah.
like
It was
they're
a.
they're the best. I love it.
They're good.
Yeah, it was a very sad thumbs up on my end because I love the ending so much, and then knowing now what we know now, I'm like, damn it, we're not gonna get that.
Yeah, we're not gonna get that. That's sad.
It sucks. Rest in peace, Champa. Payback, what you think?
By the way,
R.I.P.
AJ versus Randy has been confirmed for WrestleMania.
What? I know. Wasn't that confirmed during the SmackDown?
Well, I mean, they didn't say it. They just kind of looked at the sign
Yeah,
together.
They pointed at it too.
They pointed.
yeah,
That means they get it.
pointed, everything
And
pointed.
Miz and Shane match at Mania as well. But I didn't think they confirmed that.
Okay, good. So
That was NXT.
NXT. Now it's time for our favorite segment of the show.
Hey, Kevin.
We have the New Japan report with Omega. He's gonna tell us what's going on.
How's it going, man?
Give me 1 second, Omega.
Oh,
What's going on?
all right, man.
What's happening in
Nothing much,
Japan?
man. I'm pulling a Brian. I'm in a parking lot right now in my car.
Okay, good.
But the New Japan report is coming along pretty freaking good. The New Japan Cup is having so many 5 out of 5 payback door swings matches. They're just insane. Naito versus Ibushi was an instant classic. Okada versus Elgin was insane. And tomorrow, or I think tomorrow,
Was on a show
we're gonna
tonight.
have even more matches. No, I think Friday belongs to 17th anniversary. Hopefully, some New Japan stars will show up to Ring of Honor's pay-per-view. That's gonna be insane.
Sounds good. Sounds
Oh,
good.
dude, Kevin,
What's up?
someone just knocked. Hulk Hogan just knocked on my window.
Oh God, Hulk Hogan.
Are you talking to KevinAceX, man?
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I'm Hulk Hogan, brother. It's me, dude. It's Hulk, mate. Kevin,
Omega, we gotta go. You deal with that problem, all right?
brother, you gotta put me on the show, dude.
Hulk Hogan, we're running out of time. I'm sorry. We'll catch you later. Oh man, I hope he deals with that soon.
I
Man,
was
apparently
waiting
Hulk
for
Hogan.
it.
Great.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it to come around, and it finally did. I was not disappointed.
That was good. So
That was the New Japan report.
that was New Japan with Omega. And before we leave, any quick news from Marin? Anything crazy happening? Before we
They're changing the way I don't know if you guys saw it, that the Hall of Fame ceremony is going.
to make sure that
really?
people don't leave.
No, yeah, what are they doing?
First off, they're limiting speeches to 15 minutes.
Wow.
Also, it looks like they might be getting rid of certain people inducting certain people, which I think is really weird.
What do you
I
what
mean-
would you mean by that? Like who would
People.
like what do you mean?
Won't be in
Like,
people.
It just mentions close friends, so I'm guessing people not associated with WWE.
Right. Oh, okay. I see what
okay,
you mean.
okay.
Yeah.
So no
All right,
more,
that makes sense.
No more Jim Cornette.
That was so awkward.
no more Jim Cornette.
That was
Since he
so...
was there last
Who did he induct?
a tag team. Frank, what was it?
Midnight
Rock and Roll
Express,
Express.
right?
Rock and Roll
Or
Express.
Midnight Express.
Or Rock and Roll Express, yeah.
Freebirds. I don't know.
Oh, it might have been the Freebirds. I don't know. Was it the Freebirds? Is that the one that Michael Hayes is a part of?
And can you
Yes.
check this for that one? I don't
Michael
know.
Hayes.
Who was the inductees last year? I don't remember who it was. It might have been Express. One of the Express
I don't
ones.
know who. Yeah, I
it
don't
was
know
Rock-
who
it was
Jim
Rock
Cornette
and
was
Roll
there for.
Express.
Rock and Roll Express, he says? Alright, Rock and Roll Express. Anything else? Any news?
There you go. Thanks for the fact check. Anything else?
Overall, it was a pretty boring week, gotta say.
No one died?
No one died.
Jesus.
I think you know who died.
We can't mention him, dude. We can't mention it because that was the Botched Finish podcast each and every week. Here we gather around this Xbox Live party. Maybe we'll get to Discord. Who knows? And this is where we bring you all the wrestling news stuff and, all the shows we talk about. If you like that, follow us on YouTube. Insert link here. The link we'll get soon. Or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/botchfinish. And you guys, we botched it.
We botched it.
We're good at that.
I didn't click record.
All right, let's do it again.
One more time from the top.